on the field. Play action pass, nice first down completion right there.
Mentioned the struggles for the Eagles offensively this season, last in the conference in points per game, just a tick over 14 points. Also last in yards per contest as another flag is out and play is stopped. Looks like somebody moved on that front for Southern Miss.
False start, offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
And I think this is what frustrates Coach Stockstill so much. Just throughout the season, you never know which team will show up. Would it be the complete performance from UConn, or would it be the one-sided performance against Virginia Tech? Right now, it's very difficult to cover because as your guard and receiver, the receiver has the ability to just stop on a dime to come back. You have your back turned, so Tedrick Ross got a little touchy and grabby right there to get the pass interference call.
Blankenship came off the blitz from that safety spot pretty much untouched. Lang play action, overthrows his receiver on the rollout. It's going to be the fullback, Cole Carvalho. Second down.
And that was a great job by Reed Blankenship. He had very disciplined eyes right there. They tried to sneak out a fullback into the flats, and Reed was all over it. Lang has to be very happy that Reed didn't take that for 6. The other way.
Jordan Ferguson putting the pressure on Lang. It's now second down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Lang taking a shot for the end zone. Brownlee coming back for it. Touchdown.
And I think Coach Hall right there, seeing what happened on the pass interference play. He's seen how Tedrick played the underthrown ball, and so he came back to it 2 plays later, throwing kind of underthrow, back shoulder ball, and they were able to complete it right there for a touchdown.
4th touchdown pass on the season from Jake Lang, and the 3rd touchdown catch from Jason Brownlee. As Briggs Bourgeois is out to kick the point after, and that play is blown dead. But you said it, Jason Brownlee, a great job of coming back for that ball, underthrown. Tedrick Ross never got his head turned around.
No, I think as a DB, once you get in phase, you're right there on the receiver.
The ball before he snapped it. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
So move back the Eagles 5 yards.
Yeah, so like I said, Tedrick Ross, once he's in phase, he has to then look back and play the ball. One time he got a pass interference, and this time, unfortunately, for MTSU, he gave up a touchdown on that drive.
Bourgeois out for the extended point after. And it's good. So 3 plays, 39 yards as a little bit of a scuffle after the play. And now a flag is out. Looks like DQ Thomas was in the thick of it for Middle Tennessee. Tedrick Ross, a little slow to get up. Things getting chippy early here in the Borough.
And right now, just looking at it, you wouldn't know who had the better record right now. And if you would just turned on this game and been watching this first quarter thus far.
Southern Miss on top, 7-0, 7:47 to go in the first.
Extrava-Festa Save-A-thon.
And this Home and Auto Bundle, Extrava-Festa Save-A-thon, there's no telling what we might bundle.
Home and Auto Bundle Extrava-Festa Save-A-thon. Bundle cars, trucks, colonials, bungalows, and that weird hut your uncle lives in. So strike up the Home and Auto Bundle Extrava-Festa Save-A-thon band for the deal that started forever ago and will probably never end. Home and Auto Bundle Extrava-Festa Save-A-thon. Say it with me.
Home and Auto Bundle.
No one's leaving till you say it right.
Home and Auto.
It's just like very nostalgic. They mean a lot to me because they were part of my growth.
Took just 3 plays, 39 yards, 1 minute, 1 second. Jake Lang finding Jason Brownlee just out-muscling Teldrick Ross in the end zone for the first score of the afternoon.
Definitely, Brownlee playing very physical on there, going to get the ball right there. Ross has to play the back ball much better. He's in phase, just has to get his head turned around much quicker.
Personal foul call went against number 65 of Southern Miss, Jerquin Scott, his first personal foul call of the afternoon. 7-0. Southern Miss on the road looking for their first win in school history against Middle Tennessee, as that's a short kickoff return. Jalen Lane will take it, gets a block, and is brought down at the 31-yard line.
And coming into this game, I know Coach Stockstead and his team did not want to give Southern Miss confidence. They were coming in 1-6. Confidence was a little shaky, going through a lot of adversity this year. This was not the start that the Blue Raiders wanted Southern Miss to have.
Back, number 20, 21, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's Will Gilchrist, backup running back. That'll march the Blue Raiders backwards on their third drive of the afternoon. Looks like Martell Petaway back in the backfield for Middle Tennessee.
And I think MTSU points on this drive, whether it's a touchdown you would like, but seen something in film that they believe they may be able to expose Southern Miss's secondary deep. A lot of 5-step drops or deeper routes in these in this first quarter. So maybe we'll see if they can come up successful with some deep throws down the field.
Second down and 10. Screen pass, near side. Jalen Lane finds a seam to the outside and will have enough for a Blue Raider first down. As Lacavius Daniel, backup safety, was in on the stop.
And if you've been watching MTSU all year, that is what you're mostly accustomed to seeing. Quick throws to the side, similar to a run play. That's very effective.
Middle moving quickly. Cunningham pump fake, taking a shot down the field and staying on his feet. Jaron Pierce.
And Jaron Pierce is the playmaker. Was able to show some good body balance right there, being able to stay up after the contact. Great job, Coach Dearman and Chase Cunningham and MTSU's offense.
Beautiful throw from Cunningham. As Middle Tennessee moving quickly, yet again another first down. Handoff. Nope, it's Cunningham throwing it up, lobbing it for Marshall. It's intercepted. Eric Scott. And Cunningham is down. Cunningham was looking for Jimmy Marshall downfield, got hit as he threw.
Please decline. First down.
And Cunningham limping off the field.
Definitely hope he's okay as he hustles off the field right there.
And let's get another look at the turnover. Second turnover. That was almost a non-contact injury as he fell right before.
Yeah, it looks like he felt it in his knee or his leg right before he threw the ball. I think if he would have had some more time, that would have been a touchdown or at least a deep completion right there. They had the right play dialed up. Just couldn't execute.
It has been raining on and off throughout the day here in Murfreesboro, so the turf might be a little bit slick. But that looked like he hit the ground, or at least was on his way down before Everett Cunningham got there, as it's second down and 10. Deep in their own territory for Southern Miss.
This is where Southern Miss and Coach Hall really could continue to build on this momentum, try to get more points on the board and extend this lead right here.
Back-to-back turnovers for the Middle Tennessee offense. Gore in motion. Replay. Flag down, Lang rolling out and throwing it away. And I'm not sure Southern Miss got fully set.
And thus far right now, MTSU defense, at least the back seven, has been covering very well on passing downs or on passing plays.
Illegal shift on the offense, number 3. Penalty is declined. Third down.
So a lot of penalties here in this first quarter between these two teams.
Yeah, man, it's definitely hasn't been a pretty game thus far. The weather is not pretty, and nor has the play as far as just being disciplined and a lot of turnovers.
7 first quarter penalties between these two teams. 2 turnovers for Middle Tennessee as it's 3rd and 10 deep in their own territory for Lang and the Eagles. Gore in the backfield, 3 wide. Middle brings pressure. Hand off to Gore, finds room up the middle, and that's going to be close to an Eagles first down. And I think he got it. Yes.
And a play like that breaks a defensive team spirit right there. 3rd and 10. Southern Miss really is just trying to run the ball, don't want to make a costly turnover, and was able to pick it up. So great job by Frank Gore Jr. with that first down run right there.
Saw backup quarterback for Middle Tennessee, Mike DeLello, warming up in the interim. Hand off Gore, left side, makes a few Blue Raiders miss, and another first down for Frank Gore Jr. And he is dangerous when he gets into space.
Yeah, Frank Gore Jr. is looking like his dad, Frank Gore Sr. I'm a big University of Miami fan, so growing up seeing his dad play and now getting to see this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, not the biggest back, kind of like his dad, 5'8", 195. He's actually put on quite a bit of muscle here last offseason, and he's an every down back for this Southern Miss offense. He's playing pretty well here early, 42 yards on 7 carries. And Frank Gore Jr., 3 straight first down runs as Ferguson comes from his end spot to make the tackle. And now Gore will head to the sideline for a much-deserved break. Impressive running.
And we talk about a recipe for success with MTSU. This is the same recipe for success with Southern Miss. When Frank Gore Jr. runs over 100 yards, they are 4-0 in his career at Southern Miss thus far.
And that play is going nowhere. Blankenship coming up from the safety spot along with Zaylen Wood.
And so if Frank Gore Jr. keeps this pace up, he's looking like he will get the 100 yards, which will go well for Southern Miss as far as being 4-0 when he does go over 100 yards.
Yeah, Southern Miss's offense is very similar to to Middle Tennessee in terms of success with the running game. The better they are on the ground, the more likely they are to win. Talked about it with Middle Tennessee earlier in the quarter, and it's the exact same thing with Southern Miss. Their best game on the ground against Grambling, well over 200 yards rushing as a team. That was their only win. Here comes the blitz. Ball is out. Middle Tennessee falls on it. Jacarius Wyatt picks up the fumble. I think it was Jordan Ferguson that laid the wood on Jake Lang.
You're right. Jordan Ferguson has been making plays all year long, coming into this game with 5 sacks, 11 tackle losses. Go ahead and add another one on that, and a forced fumble right there. Great job by Jordan Ferguson.
6th sack on the season for Ferguson. That leads Middle Tennessee and the entire Conference USA. And that is a huge play for Middle Tennessee. With 3:38 to go in the first quarter, Middle notoriously slow this season in first quarters. Just 17 points scored in 7 first quarters this season as Mike DiLello, the backup quarterback for Middle, is now in the ballgame. He's going to throw on his first snap. Finds Jimmy Marshall. And Marshall will take a lick just inside the 27-yard line.
And one thing I know that Coach Stock has been preaching to his team is that when they do get turnovers, they have to score points. Like we come into this game, we said MTSU ranked number 1 in the nation with 20 turnovers, but they don't always score off them. They're looking to do that on this drive right here.
Petaway, right side, finds a little bit of room. Pickup of about 5. It'll be 3rd and short for Middle. TQ Newsome in on the stop as both teams still pushing and shoving after the whistle. And it's 3rd and 3 for Middle. As DiLello gets the call from the sideline from offensive coordinator Brent Dearman. Ten on the play clock. DiLello to throw. Looking for the end zone. Back shoulder. And no flag. Fans wanted an interference call. Atron Brooks, the quarterback, in on the coverage. As Isaiah Gathings was the intended receiver.
And great play by Brooks. Right there, he is in phase and gets his head around, and then he's able to make a play on the ball and no pass interference. So great job by Brooks on that play.
So Middle Tennessee going for it on 4th and 3. Perhaps the conditions here in Murfreesboro keeping Zeke Rankin on the sideline. Quick throw to England Chisholm, and he's got enough for the first down as DiLello throws a dart on 4th down.
I think it's so amazing. MTSU, like you talked about earlier in the game, only 28% conversion on 3rd downs, but they're 50% on 4th down. So maybe they just have to wait the 4th down to convert.
Petaway, right side, pitter-pattering his feet and brought down after a couple. And that'll bring this under the 2-minute mark as Maples and Kitchen were in on the stop for Southern Miss.
And it looked like Petaway, if he just would have bounced it outside, had a little lane, but, we got better eyes up here than him. It's a little foggy and cloggy down there with all the big guys in front of him.
Middle Tennessee inside the red zone for the first time today. 72% of their red zone appearances ended a touchdown. That's the best in Conference USA. Screen pass. Behind the line of scrimmage, it's Lane, and he's driven out of bounds as a flag is out, and it looked like Tyreek Moody lost his lid. He'll have to come out for a play. Let's find out what the flag is, as it looks like the entire Southern Miss secondary is pleading their case.
The refs are dropping multiple flags in the same spot.
Ed Ardito, our referee, talking it over with his crew.
His helmet came off. That's a personal foul. Half the distance to the goal, and it'll be a first down.
So a personal foul for, I mean, did he take his helmet off?
Wow, I never heard that before. personal foul because your helmet comes off while you're playing?
I'm not sure about that call. It certainly looked like Jaron Pierce had his hands on the face mask helmet area of Tyreek Moody. So I'm not sure how that would be a penalty against Southern Miss. Maybe I'm missing something. And Southern Miss will take their first time out with 1:16 to go.
Yeah, that was very interesting right there. I never seen a 15-yard penalty when it was a legal hands to the face by the opponent that made his helmet come off. But we learn something new every day.
Give Middle Tennessee a first and goal from their own 6-yard line as they are trying to punch it in without starting quarterback Chase Cunningham, who was injured on the previous Middle Tennessee drive. Looks like his legs gave out a little bit on a throw right before he was hit. Throw was short and picked off by Eric Scott for his first career interception. And then Southern Miss turned it right back over on a strip sack.
Yeah, this first half of this first quarter has not went well for Coach Stockton, the Blue Raiders. 2 turnovers, and right now the starting quarterback Chase Cunningham is out right now, so they just got a turnover. So hopefully they can capitalize right here to make things start to go better and feel a little bit better for the Blue Raiders and Coach Stockton.
Yeah, coming into this, had only thrown 3 passes all season. Those came last week in the big win on the road against UConn. Already 3 of 4 here today. And he's going to keep it himself, going for the end zone. Touchdown! Mike DeLello coming in off the bench and giving this Blue Raider offense the spark that they needed here in the first quarter.
And Mike says if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Coming in off the bench, being able to give the MTSU offense and team in general a spark and running hard right there, getting that touchdown, getting the Blue Raiders on the board today.
Zeke Rankin, the redshirt freshman from Alcoa, Tennessee, out to try and tie this game up at 7. And we are tied here in Murfreesboro with 1:08 to go. Mike DeLello, the backup quarterback for the Blue Raiders, leading them on a 7-play, 29-yard drive, capped off by this 6-yard touchdown run, his first.
And I know Coach Stock has to be elated right now. He's talked about it all year long. When they get turnovers, you got to score and have to score off of turnovers, and they did that on that drive right there. Definitely a good drive by the Blue Raiders right there to be able to tie the game up. We will see if Southern Miss is able to answer.
Second rushing touchdown on the season for Mike DeLello. Had one against Marshall, a big upset win for Middle Tennessee a few weeks ago. And actually a win that might be the premier win for them this season, the win that kind of propels them into bowl season, seeing how the rest of the schedule shakes out, certainly in their favor, as Middle ready to kick off with 1:08 to go, all tied up at 7 here in the first.
Speaking of that win against Marshall, definitely was a big win. Marshall's offense was ranked top 5 in the nation, so defensively, they was able to play well that game and come up with a victory. So a great victory for them this season.
Scott Payne not doing the Blue Raider defense any favors as that ball went out of bounds. We said the conditions today, not super windy, wind about 7 to 8 miles an hour, but the turf really slippery, a lot of moisture in the air, very gray, kind of Seattle Pacific Northwest weather.
Yeah, definitely not sunny South Florida. I wish they could see us in the booth. You're from Indiana. You have your window open. I'm from South Florida. I have it a little closed. So definitely shows where we grew up.
Just trying to get the elements in the booth. Just trying to make myself more part of the game, Jerry.
I hear you.
This is springtime in Indiana. Come on. Low snap for Lang. Handoff up the middle. Falling forward for a few yards is Frank Gore as Thomas was in on the stop. And Drente Davis as well.
And we talk about Frank Gore and his father being a workhorse in the NFL, very durable. You could just see how it's passed down to him, being able to be an every down back, running them every play and being able to be efficient.
Already 9 carries, 56 yards here in the first quarter. For Frank Gore Jr. as Lang will throw on 2nd and 7, and that's dropped. Jason Brownlee, who already has a touchdown catch here in this first quarter.
And this is where you don't want to be if you're Coach Hall. You have a young quarterback. You don't want to be in a 3rd and long, 3rd and medium, because you don't want to, put longer throws or throws down the field. You want shorter throws, but this is a tough play call coming up right here.
3rd down and 7. Last time they had 3rd and long, they just gave it to Frank Gore Jr. That worked out pretty well. Lang to throw this time. Line falls apart. Short throw. And it'll be 4th down as pressure was coming again from this Blue Raider front.
And great job by Coach Schaefer being able to take away the underneath throws to force Lang to throw down the field, which is a lower percentage type throw, which worked very well for the Blue Raiders to be able to force a punt right here.
Second punt for Mason Hunt. Blue Raiders blocked it. Picking it up and going the other way. Touchdown. Trey Fluellen. Another block kick for Middle Tennessee.
And Trey Fluellen not only scoops the ball up and recovers it, but runs it in for a touchdown and dove in the end zone with a little flair. Great job by MTSU's punt return team, coming up with the block and the scoop and score with a little dive at the end.
Ralph Mincy, the redshirt freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, just bum rushing through that front line as Middle Tennessee trying to get set for this extra point.
And this has been a staple in Coach Stock's tenure at MTSU. All through his career, the team always blocks punts, comes up with big plays on special teams, and this year is no different.
Rankin knocks through the extra point, 14-7, Middle Tennessee, and the momentum has changed here in the last minute and 30 seconds of the first quarter. Middle has scored almost as many points this first quarter than they have the other 7 first quarters of this season.
And MTSU coming to this game was ranked in the top 10 with block kicks this year, and being able to add another one. The percentages of you winning a game after you block a kick are very, very high. We see momentum changing just like that. Southern Miss had the momentum in the majority of the first quarter, but like you said, over these last 2 minutes, MTSU was able to get a turnover, score, and then be able to force a punt, block a punt, scoop, and score. So we will see if Southern Miss is able to answer on this drive right here.
Trey Fluellen was Johnny on the spot, the sophomore from Gilmer, Texas. Transfer in from Houston Baptist. And that was the best play of his Blue Raider career.
For sure.
And Middle Tennessee amped up with 14 seconds left here in the first. A short kick. And a nice return for Southern Miss. Short kick from Scott Payne as another Blue Raider is down. So 7 seconds left here in the first quarter as we check in on the banged up Blue Raider. Cameron Hall on the return for 24 yards. As you see the training staff taking a look. So, Jeremy, if you're Southern Miss, 2 drives ago, you turned the ball over on a strip sack, you get a punt block for a touchdown. How do you kind of refocus your offense if you're Will Hall?
If I'm Coach Will Hall, I have to keep my composure. Definitely. Here we send another clip of the injury here.
And that's the kicker. Scott Payne favoring that shoulder as he walks off the field. And so now Southern Miss will take over on their own 32-yard line with 1 play left here in the first quarter. Laying in the shotgun, single back is Gore. Gore, handoff, breaks the tackle and is brought down after a few. And that will do it for the first frame here in Murfreesboro. Turnovers and penalties galore. A couple of touchdowns as well. Middle Tennessee with a 7-point lead after the blocked punt and the scoop and score. Stay with us in Murfreesboro.
The teaching profession is such an important job in our country.
Thank you, Ms. Hall, for believing in me.
Thank you, Todd Levitan. You pushed me to be better.
Ms. Wagner, thank you for teaching me that life is about taking chances.
Ms. Trimboli, you are the one who taught me to always treat people the way that I would want to be treated.
Senora Hodel, you taught me to attack every day with a positive attitude.
We are going big for teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, teachers.
It's a big day for teachers.
Great teachers change lives.
Today, let's paint with new Bear Dynasty so that you can be proud of your walls.
Where's your furniture?
Oh, we thought it distracted from the new Bear Dynasty paint color. Let me take your coats.
Because Bear Dynasty only takes one coat.
Bear Dynasty.
Go ahead, throw your wine on it.
What?
Stain repellent.
It's also scuff resistant. You're paying for that.
Introducing Bear Dynasty, the best of Bear, exclusively at the Home Depot.
Get ready. It's time for the savings event of the year, the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon.
And this Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon, there's no telling what we might bundle.
Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon. Bundle cars, trucks, colonials, bungalows, and that weird hut your uncle lives in. So strike up the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon band for the deal that started forever ago and will probably never end. Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon. Say it with me.
Home and Auto Bundle.
No one's leaving till you say it right.
Home and Auto.
Audible is the best place to listen for truly memorable memoirs, from trailblazers and artists to your favorite celebrities, powerful queer voices to inspirational icons. All their stories are here. Try it today, free for 30 days. Go to audible.com.
Overwhelmed by the ups and downs of frequent mood swings of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. And you can pay as little as $0 if eligible for your first 2 prescriptions. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Why is Clairol Root Touch-Up #1? Because nothing blends better. Root Touch-Up is uniquely designed to cover new grays 100%. It's a seamless match with your color, even if it's salon color. Clairol Root Touch-Up, because we know color.
Second quarter action from Murfreesboro underway. And Jeremy, that first quarter, we thought Southern Miss was going to do a little ground and pound and kind of suck the life out of that Middle Tennessee defense. But turnover, block punt, 14-point swing.
Yes, MTSU, first in the nation in turnovers this year. And so they've been getting turnovers every single game pretty much, and today is no different.
And I can tell you that starting quarterback Chase Cunningham is currently being carted off of the field as Jake Lang will complete a pass to Jason Brownlee. Cunningham, if you just joined us, injured on an interception in the first quarter, went down, non-contact injury, fell just before the defensive lineman got to him, and he immediately hit the ground, and he immediately was sent to the medical tent. He's being carted back to the locker room for Middle Tennessee. 3rd down and 1 for Southern Miss. Lang, handoff, and falling forward and falling for the first down is guess who? Frank Gore Jr.
Yes, man, just going back to Chase Cunningham, your heart definitely has to go out to him. He's coming into this game, 14 touchdowns over the last 4 games, so he was on fire, really playing well, so you just hate to see that for a great kid like that.
Jonathan Butler in on the stop from the linebacker spot. He's missed 3 of the last 4 games and is now back in that middle linebacker spot where DQ Thomas has been calling home for the last few games. And now he is back to his typical weak side linebacker spot. Delayed handoff up the middle, and a nice run from Dejon Richard, and another rushing first down for Southern Miss as Blue Raider is shaken up, looks like Wyatt. And he's trying to get up under his own power and wants to stay in the game. As there is a timeout out of the field as Wyatt will now come off.
And that time, like you said, it was Rashad being able to still be effective, just like Frank Gore Jr., picking up 10 yards, 8 yards per carry, just really gashing the MTSU defense on that play right there.
First down for Southern Miss. It's Richard again, another nice run, but a flag coming in at the end of the play as DQ Thomas was in on the tackle. This one might be coming back.
Holding, number 77 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
That's John Bolding, who's getting the start at right guard today for Southern Miss. And Jeremy, when we talked earlier in the first quarter about Southern Miss's struggles offensively, you can really kind of starts with that offensive line. They're very young up front. They've lost, their leader earlier in the year, Arvin Fletcher, who left the team. But it's been a rotating cast of characters for that offensive line for Southern Miss. They've had 8 different starters, 3 different starters at left tackle, 3 different starters at right guard. And that's really kind of affected this offense as Lang is throwing, and he finds his fullback, Cavallo, and he is met immediately by Jonathan Butler.
Great job by Jonathan Butler. Looks like they were in the zone coverage. He's backing up in coverage, sees a crosser, and is able to drive on the throw and make a good, solid form tackle right there, setting up a 2nd and long. But definitely to your point, Jake, yes, it starts with the offensive line, and when you have, no consistency there, then that hurts the whole entire offense.
2nd and 18. Southern Miss is going to keep it safe, but Gore nowhere to go, and now it's 3rd and very long.
And this is where you don't want to be if you're Coach Hall, Southern Miss offense. It's not too many plays you have in your playbook that is designed to pick up a 3rd and 18 type of play. But if you're MTSU, this is exactly where you want to be, especially a defensive back trying to get an interception right here.
Southern Miss converting just 30% of their 3rd downs this season. Here comes the blitz. Lang loses it again. Little picks it up. And for now, it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Jordan Branch was the Blue Raider defender that picked up the fumble. Well, let's check on the flag first.
Number 60 on the offense. The penalties decline.
Count it.
The result of the play is a touchdown.
Jordan Branch with a scoop and score. As we get another look, Jake Lang never saw the blitz coming. Dedrick Stanley. And that's the second strip sack for the Blue Raider defense here today. Second turnover. Now 22 on the season for Middle Tennessee. And now a 14-point lead for Middle Tennessee.
Definitely, this looks like a scoop and score clinic right now. In practice, you normally practice scoop and scores, and that's what MTSU is doing right now, scooping and scoring.
Middle Tennessee on top, 21-7 here in the second.
The teaching profession is such an important job in our country.
Thank you, Ms. Hall, for believing in me.
Thank you, Todd Levitan. You pushed me to be better.
Ms. Wagner, thank you for teaching me that life is about taking chances.
Ms. Trimboli, you are the one who taught me to always treat people the way that I would want to be treated.
Senora Hodel, you taught me to attack every day with a positive attitude.
We are going big for teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, teachers.
It's a big day for teachers.
Great teachers change lives.
Today, let's paint with New Bear Dynasty so that you can be proud of your walls.
Where's your furniture?
Oh, we thought it distracted from the new Bear Dynasty paint color. Let me take your coats.
Because Bear Dynasty only takes one coat.
Bear Dynasty.
Go ahead, throw your wine on it.
What?
Stain repellent.
It's also scuff resistant. You're paying for that.
Introducing Bear Dynasty, the best of Bear, exclusively at the Home Depot.
They're nice but irritating. Their excitement can get grating. They're dressed for pastry baking. The Progressive Family. They're helpful but annoying. They always leave us snoring. Accidents are boring with the Progressive Family.
So, when do you all go home?
Never. We're here for you 24/7.
How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. The Addams Family 2, now playing everywhere.
You know how some carriers give you so little for your older busted phone you just end up living with it? I don't think so. Verizon lets you trade in your broken phone for a shiny new one. You break it, we upgrade it. You dunk it, doggy bone it, slam it, wham it, strawberry jam it, we upgrade it.
Get a 5G phone on us with select plans. Every customer, current, new, or business.
Because everyone deserves better.
And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
Jake Lang never saw Dedrick Stanley coming from his safety spot. And Jordan Branch loses it, picks it back up, dusts it off, and scores. Rumble, big man rumble. 29 yards on the scoop and score for Jordan Branch.
Definitely. It looks like Branch may have played running back when he was a little younger, had the ball high and tight, and even at the end, dropping a little shoulder before he got the pay dirt. Great job by Branch on that play.
As the rain is picked up here at Floyd Stadium, as Scott Payne is back in to kick off. High, short kick. Fair catch called for inside the 10 by Daquan Bailey Brown. And Jeremy, we said it just on the last drive. Signs of life from Southern Miss in terms of, moving the ball a little bit and then turnovers coming back to bite.
Yes, this is something that has gave them trouble all year long. Really, right now, the Southern Miss defense, it shows that they give up 28 points per game. But as going through their games, they're giving up block kicks. They're turning the ball over on offense that not just turn it over, but goes into for scores for the other team. So it definitely kills your confidence, and that's what we see right now. Momentum is all on the Blue Raider side right now.
So first down and 10 from the 25, and another flag. And we'll kill this play. It looks like it's going against Southern Miss. Mentioned the struggles of this Southern Miss offensive line this season. They've given up the most sacks in the conference and are
False
second
start on
most
the
in the
offense.
country.
Multiple players moving before the snap. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And what you see when you have inexperienced linemen is that you see D coordinators start to attack them by sending them on different stunts and twists. And even on that blitz right there, we didn't see Stanley come until late, which is a delayed blitz. He was able to get home, not just to get the sack, but we're able to get a caused fumble that resulted in a scooping score. So great job by Coach Schaefer and the whole defense being able to capitalize.
Richard on 1st and 15 and nowhere to go. Marley Cook in on the stop.
So right now it makes it a little tough for Coach Hall because, you know, you don't want to do a 5-step drop and potentially give up another sack. MTSU on this drive looks like they're starting to stop the run, 2nd and long. So Coach Hall has to make a tough decision right here. Do we run or do they throw?
Ten on the play clock. Lang will hang off. And Richard has room. Cuts it back to midfield and good enough for another first down on the ground for Southern Miss as Blankenship and Fluellen teamed up for the stop.
And this is the second time this game that Southern Miss has had a 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12, and ran the ball for a first down. Great job by Southern Miss. We talk about Southern Miss's offensive line maybe struggling in the pass game, but in the run game, they're getting it done.
First down and 10 from the 37 off the run from Richard. More pressure coming, and Lang wisely throws it away as Marley Cook shoved him to the ground, and Middle Tennessee's front line still putting a lot of pressure on the walk-on freshman Lang. And another flag.
He's still in the box. There's no receiver in the area. Lost it down, 2nd down.
So we see a little growth from one drive to another drive with Lane. That time he senses the pressure and gets the ball away. Yeah, unfortunately for Southern Miss, you lose it down, but you rather that than a blindsided hit that results in a fumble. So you can see the growth that's going on with Lane from not only just game to game, but also drive to drive.
So nobody near the throw, or the throw away, I should say, for Lang, and now it's 2nd and 23. Lang to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's going to be dropped again. Jordan Starling, and it is a sack party here in the first half at Floyd Stadium. That's the 4th time that Lang has been brought down. And now it's 3rd and long again.
And Coach Schaefer, he's like, hey, it's 3rd and long, 2nd and long. We're going to pin our ears back, and we're going after an inexperienced offensive line and a younger quarterback as well. They were able to get home on that play.
Middle Tennessee rotating a ton of players in that defensive front 4 as the handoff for Gore didn't really go anywhere. As Drente Davis coming in and making another stop. And it looks like an Eagle was shaken up after the play. Looked like Kalik Washington, the elder statesman on this Southern Miss offensive line as he walks off under his own power, and it's 4th down for Southern Miss as Mason Hunt is back out to punt again.
We'll see if MTSU tries to go get another one right here.
Clean kick, short kick. Lane will take it at the 30, makes a couple of men miss, cuts it back, midfield. He's got room towards the Blue Raiders sideline. Into the red zone and staying on his feet and finally knocked out of bounds. Jalen Lane, who's already returned one punt, 70 yards to the house, sets up the Blue Raiders for a prime touchdown position. Middle on top, 21-7, and knocking on the door for more.
Today, let's paint with New Bear Dynasty so that you can be proud of your walls.
Where's your furniture?
Oh, we thought it distracted from the new Bear Dynasty paint color. Let me take your coats.
Because Bear Dynasty only takes one coat.
Bear Dynasty.
Go ahead, throw your wine on it.
What? Stain repellent.
It's also scuff resistant. You're paying for that.
Introducing Bear Dynasty, the best of Bear, exclusively at the Home Depot.
The airport can be a real challenge for new homeowners who have become their parents.
Okay, everybody, let's do a ticket check. Paper tickets. We're off to a horrible start.
But we can overcome it.
We're not going to point out our houses, landmarks, or major highways during takeoff.
Don't buy anything. I packed so many delicious snacks. They're...
Nope.
You say ballpark when Group 2 is going to get boarded?
2 hours and 58 minutes.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and...
Welcome back to Floyd Stadium. Second down and goal for Middle Tennessee. Tight formation. Frank Piesett, the lead blocker for DeLello. Lost it on his way up. Ball is loose in the end zone. Let's see what the call is. Did he break the plane before he lost it? Did Southern Miss recover a fumble? Eric Scott came away with it. He's already got one interception tonight. Does he have a fumble recovery?
That's a TD. On the field is the runner lost the ball prior to breaking the plane. So it's a fumble recovered by the defense, and we have a touchback.
So a huge break for the time being for Southern Miss, as we will get another look and a replay review. Hard to tell from that angle.
Yeah, it looks like DeLello took off a little too far. I know they're in the red zone, and you get that close, you want to get in, but it looks like he took off maybe a yard too deep.
And if it is a fumble recovery, how about that one-handed palm from Eric Scott while on his back just to grab it?
Yeah, that's where the rice grips come in during the offseason. When you put your hand in rice, you just squeeze, and you get all your fingertips and finger joints strong. So I'm pretty sure he does some rice grips, man, at nighttime.
Replay official Mike Sams and Steve Ray, the replay coordinator, in the booth just to our left. Alongside Jeremy Kellum, I'm Jake Rose. Thank you so much for joining us on a chilly Saturday afternoon in Murfreesboro, as Rick Stockstill not happy on the Blue Raiders sideline.
After
digging into
review,
his team.
the ruling on the field of a fumble stands. Touchback, and it's 1st and 10 for USM.
So both teams turning the ball over here in the first half, and that was a huge break and a huge play for Southern Miss, as Middle Tennessee was 6 yards away from putting this game in a far, far away distance, out of reach from Southern Miss here in the first half. But now Southern Miss offense has another shot to get back in it, trailing by 14.
Yeah,
plenty of time.
And if you coach Stock, I see he's upset. He has every right to be a second down. It's not like it was 4th down and we have to dive. So big play from Southern Miss, though.
Playing to throw finds Brownlee on the far sideline. Teldrick Ross brings him down. Playing just 5 of 10 today. But the running attack has been pretty good so far for Southern Miss between Frank Gore and Dejon Richard. They've got 94 yards on the ground apiece. Richard, 7.5 yards per carry. The sacks have offset the rushing totals. 86 yards worth of sacks. Playing flushed, looking downfield, has a wide open man, and off the shoulder pads of Daquan Bailey Brown. He had so much room to run.
And that's the type of play where you got to help your quarterback out. He's been hit, he's been sacked, forced fumble. That time he's able to escape pressure, roll to his left, and put a dime right in your chest, you got to come up with that catch right there.
Now this is a big third down for Southern Miss. 3rd down and 7. Just outside of their own 20-yard line. Call it the 23. 4 wide receivers. Now Gore in motion from the backfield. Lang to throw. Quick throw. Brownlee able to hang on. And a big catch from Southern Miss's leading receiver, Jason Brownlee. Moves the chains for the Eagles. And a nice throw from Lang.
And I think what teams and what we are seeing over the games that we call this year thus far is on key downs, receivers are able to cross the defensive back's face. And Southern Miss seen that on film and they exploited it right there for that first down pickup.
They give it to Gore up the middle. He's got room. And another first down run. And these backs are just gashing this Middle Tennessee defense.
And you see Frank Gore Jr., though you look at him, he might not be tall in stature, but he's short, he's stocky, strong legs, and he's breaking tackles. You're not just going to bring him down with an arm tackle, similar to his dad.
Pickup of 13. Now Richard's turn. Not a lot doing on that one. Maybe a yard.
And right now, though MTSU is leading on the board, as a defensive coordinator, you can't be happy. You're giving up almost, if not probably now, 100 yards within the first quarter, still in the first half. That is not a recipe for winning. So, yes, they're winning on the scoreboard, but when you look long-term, you think about bowl game implications, a great team cannot give up 100 yards in the first half.
The last 2 games combined, Southern Miss has had 8 rushing first downs. Today they have 8 here in the first half against Middle Tennessee, as there's a flag down. Looks like a false start against Southern Miss. And another penalty likely coming against the Eagles. This will be their 10th.
Illegal formation, number 70. 1. Wasn't on the line of scrimmage. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay the down, 2nd down.
And I think that's what's frustrating, like you said repeatedly, that's what's frustrating for Coach Stock and his team is, hey, which team will show up? The team comes in struggling to run the ball, but against MTSU, now they're being successful. So it has to be very disappointing for Coach Stock and Coach Schaefer right now.
2nd down and 13. Lang on the read, finds Brownlee across the middle. And boy, do they have a connection going here in the first half. Another first down catch for Brownlee, the second on this drive, as Southern Miss is now in Middle Tennessee territory.
And once again, Southern Miss is effective, able to complete a pass by having the receiver cross the defensive back face. And what I mean, a slant route, or that was a deeper route down the field, but like more of a shorter pole or post route. Brownlee is having a good game thus far.
18-yard pitch and catch. Lang to Brownlee, quick snap. Lang wasn't ready for it. Here comes the blitz. Lang taking a shot, looking for Brownlee. A lot of contact between Quincy Riley, who's back in the lineup, and Brownlee, but no flag.
And Quincy Riley, anytime he plays, he's only played in 3 games thus far, but has 3 interceptions. And you see right there, he's in phase, he looks back, and is able to make a play on the ball. And what I see right now, Coach Gilstrap has Quincy Riley following Brownlee across the field, wherever he is now. So that's a matchup to look for the rest of this game.
You have the 14 passing attempts. 10 of those targets have gone to Brownlee. Got 5 catches for 52 yards and the touchdown back in the first quarter. 2nd and 10, handoff, Gore sidesteps 1 defender and a nice pickup. Southern Miss doing a great job up front, at least with the run game.
And I know Coach Hall's like, hey, why throw if we could pick up 9 yards, 7 yards a carry? So great job by Southern Miss. Offensive line is doing a great job in the run game, but they got to shore up in their pass protection.
Gore and Richard averaging 6 yards per touch between the two of them. 3rd down and 3. Gore is in the backfield as Middle shows pressure. And Gore is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage from behind. And it's 4th down. And a big 4th down call coming up from Will Hall.
And that was a great job by Cook being able to run that play down from the back. Sometimes as a defensive lineman, they run away from you, but that doesn't mean you can't go make the play. And that's what he did. Ran it down from the back, was able to come up with a stop, sets up a key 4th down right here.
Briggs Bourgeois stays on the sideline. He does have a big leg, but the element's probably not in his favor today. 4th down and 3 for Southern Miss. Lang rolling out, looking downfield, finds his fullback, Cavallo. 1st down. And the big fella out of the backfield lowers the shoulder, and it looks like a Middle Tennessee defender, and that's Jonathan Butler, who just came back into the lineup the last couple of weeks, is down on the turf, and we are going to take a break. Stay with us on ESPN Plus.
Today, let's paint with New Bear Dynasty so that you can be proud of your walls.
Where's your furniture?
Oh, we thought it distracted from the new Bear Dynasty paint color. Let me take your coats.
Because Bear Dynasty only takes one coat.
Bear Dynasty.
Go ahead, pour your wine on it. What?
Stain repellent.
It's also scuff resistant. You're paying for that.
Introducing Bear Dynasty, the best of Bear, exclusively at the Home Depot.
The airport can be a real challenge for new homeowners who have become their parents.
Okay, everybody, let's do a ticket check. Paper tickets. We're off to a horrible start,
But we can overcome it.
We're not going to point out our houses, landmarks, or major highways during takeoff.
Don't buy anything. I packed so many delicious snacks. They're
Nope.
Did you say ballpark when Group 2 is going to get boarded?
2 hours and 58 minutes.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with
no,
us.
someone should have left home earlier.
Overwhelmed by the ups and downs of frequent mood swings of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. And you can pay as little as $0 if eligible for your first 2 prescriptions. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Jonathan Butler, junior linebacker, walking off the field after a scary hit on this 4th down conversion from Cole Cavallo and Southern Miss. But now jogging off the field, which is a great sign for Middle Tennessee and for Butler, who missed 3 of the last 4 ball games. Getting some daps on the sideline. And he'll get checked out by the medical staff. But it is a 1st down for Southern Miss. And Jeremy, you and I were talking during the break defensively for Middle Tennessee. You know that Southern Miss has really struggled to run the ball. However, that's what they want to do. They don't really have a whole lot of options offensively. They're a young team. They're inexperienced. But you know they've got Frank Gore Jr. back there, and him and Dejon Richard are gashing them right now. But not on this play as DQ Thomas with a tackle for loss.
Right on cue right there. I think Coach Schaefer is listening to us right now, dialing up a blitz, understanding that he cannot just sit back and play coverage and be able to stop the run with the front 7. He has to send pressure and kind of spark some things. So great job by DQ Thomas, my favorite number on the Blu-ray.
The last 5 games for Southern Miss, they've combined for 228 yards, 1.3 yards per carry in the last 5 contests. That ball is batted down to the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Marley Cook rumbling the other way. Takes a hit and another forced turnover by this Blue Raider defense. The 3rd here in the first half, and a huge play for Middle Tennessee. Southern Miss was driving after they forced a turnover. And woo, back and forth we go with all the penalties and turnovers. 21-7, Middle Tennessee with a lead. 3:11 to go. Marley Cook with the pick.
Today's pros need today's tools, and nobody understands that better than the Home Depot. Our online project calculators cut guesswork and extra trips. Job site delivery frees you up to focus on the task at hand. And if you don't want to buy equipment, you can rent it. That's how today's pros get more done. New tech, new tools, old-fashioned hard work. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
The Snapchat app from Progressive rewards you for driving safe and driving less.
Okay, what message did you hear this time? Safe drivers can save using Snapshot.
What's Snapshot?
What the commercial was about.
I tune commercials out.
Yeah, me too. They're always like, blah, blah, blah.
Tell me about it. I'm going to a silent retreat next weekend.
My niece got kicked out of one of those.
For talking?
Grand larceny.
How about we get back to the savings?
Yeah. Yes, I would like to talk about that.
Yeah, okay.
There's something I want to ask you.
Oh,
The new iPhone 13 Pro is here with the most advanced iPhone camera ever, and I got it at T-Mobile.
I thought you were going to talk about forever.
This is a value that lasts forever because when you get the new iPhone at T-Mobile, trade-in value is locked in.
So we can always have a new iPhone?
Yes. So what do you say? Switch to T-Mobile with me?
Yes.
So we're going to T-Mobile.
Fall in love with iPhone. Get it on us now and upgrade every 2 years forever. Only at T-Mobile.
If by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Marley Cook, the redshirt freshman from Water Valley, Mississippi, the only Mississippian on the team for the Blue Raiders. His first career interception says, "Get out of my way, DQ." Taking this to the barn, baby. Big fella rumbling for another Blue Raider turnover. And another back-breaking turnover for that Southern Miss offense that was moving the ball really well. They've pretty much doubled up Middle Tennessee in terms of yards gained here in this first half. And yet they still trail 21-7 as DeLello will keep it and pick up about 7. And if you're just joining us, Mike DeLello, backup quarterback, coming in for the injured Chase Cunningham, who was injured in the first quarter and later carted back to the Blue Raider locker room on a non-contact injury as Yusuf Ali can't make the cornerback miss, and he's going to be just shy of the first down.
And I believe that was Harrow out there with a great stop. He was able to beat his block by the receiver and be able to maintain outside leverage and come up with a great stop, setting up MTSU with a 3rd and short.
Big 3rd down here for this Southern Miss defense. Showing pressure from the edge. And now DeLello checking with the sideline. Shifting things around. 5 on the play clock. And hit in the backfield and dropped. Santrell Latham laying the lumber on Mobley, and a huge stop.
And that was a great job by Latham and company coming off of the edge. Maybe DeLello wanted to check out of that play and get into something else. But great job by Southern Miss defense. Great 3rd down stop. And it looks like MTSU may go for it right here.
Middle is 50% on their 4th down conversions this season, 8 of 16. And 4th and 3. Mobley in the backfield. Remember, DeLello can run. He does have a rushing touchdown here in this first half as the clock on the play clock will run down to give Kyle Olbrich a little bit more room to operate. I wouldn't have put it past Coach Stockstill to go for it right there, would you have?
No, I thought that you have momentum right now. It's a great opportunity to extend the lead. You're coming up with turnovers on defense. Yeah, you're giving up some yards, but you're coming up with turnovers. So I thought that might have been a great place to go for it.
So it'll be 4th down and 8 with 1:16 to go. Middle Tennessee, 3 timeouts. Eagles with 2. And Kyle Olbrich, one of the best punters, not in just Conference USA, but the nation, is out to punt.
Yeah, and thinking of it also, if you have a weapon like Olbrich, you definitely want to give him an opportunity to be able to get a little coffin kick right here to see if he can pin him down within the 10 right here.
And another flag. Yeah, give him a little bit more room.
4th out.
Olbrich already has 17 kicks this year inside the 20. Trying to make it 18. Let's look at Rick Stockstill in his 16th season. 97 wins here in Murfreesboro. Hired way back in 2005. Olbrich line drive, kick deep into Southern Miss territory, and that will bounce into the paint. And a touchback. As some more pushing and shoving at the end of the whistle. And another flag is down. These teams going at it until the very end.
Hard work? Sure. Guesswork? No thank you. Because when you're on a mission, you want to get it right the first time. That's where the Home Depot comes in. With an app to rent and reserve the right tools with just a tap. With convenient image search options. And with the ability to see how something looks in your space before you even buy it. It's how the Home Depot takes the guesswork out of the hard work. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Get ready. It's time for the savings event of the year, the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon.
And this Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon, there's no telling what we might bundle.
Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Bundle cars, trucks, colonials, bungalows, and that weird hut your uncle lives in. So strike up the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon band for the deal that started forever ago and will probably never end. Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Say it with me.
Home and Auto Bundle.
No one's leaving till you say it right.
Home and Auto.
It's Walmart's Black Friday deals for days. Get $87 Chromebooks and score other huge deals all week long. Shop Walmart's Black Friday deals for days.
Hey CoverGirls, coming to you fresh faced from home. Remember that? I was a CoverGirl in 1998 and today I'm a CoverGirl. Thanks to Simply Ageless, America's #1 anti-aging foundation. With the plumping power of hyaluronic acid complex. It's skincare and makeup in one for instant wrinkle reduction and healthy glowing skin. Once a CoverGirl, always a CoverGirl with Simply Ageless. From easy, breezy, beautiful, CoverGirl.
One minute, 7 seconds left here in the first half. Personal foul penalty moves up Southern Miss to their own 35-yard line. They've got 2 timeouts left and a 14-point deficit they're going to try and cut into here on this final drive. Playing to throw on first down, clean pocket. Coming back forward is Brownlee. And another first down for Brownlee, or he's right at it anyway. And that will move the 6.
I am very impressed with Brownlee. That was a great route, stemmed the DB inside, was able to get a breaking route, running routes towards the sideline to be able to save time so that the receiver can be able to get out of bounds. Great job. Great throw by Lane as well.
Lang steps up in the pocket, looking downfield off the fingertips of Brad Dennis, and that would have been a huge play for the Eagles. And now it's 2nd and 10 as we get another look at it. That's really the first time we've seen Lang kind of step up in the pocket today, isn't it?
Yes, I talked about it. We see not only is Lang growing from game to game, but he's growing from drive to drive. Now you see him stepping up, finding receivers down the field. Right there, his receiver has to give him more help and make that play right there, potentially for a touchdown.
55 seconds left here in the second quarter. Lang, quick trigger this time. And this time it's his tight end, Grayson Gunter, with his first catch, second catch on the night. And that was almost picked off. As we get a second look at it.
Yes, I think Quincy Riley seen interception number 4 right there. But the only thing is, if you are going to sell out for the interception, you have to get it, or else it's going to be a completion and run after the catch like there.
Now, Riley was thinking interception 4 and pick 6. It's first down. And Lang is brought down again, Jordan Ferguson. Second sack tonight for Ferguson.
And Jordan Ferguson is not only getting sacks today, he's out there hitting the Tootsie Roll after he makes the play. So that's a great job by Jordan Ferguson. He's been the man all year.
One timeout remaining for the Eagles. 6 first-half sacks allowed. And Jordan Ferguson looked like he went through the entire Southern Miss offensive line. There were at least 3 guys around him. He just shoved them all aside.
I think after this game, there will be a debate in the locker room. Who are the most athletic players on MTSU defense? Is it the D-line or is it the skill position? Because right now, D-line looks very, very athletic today.
Yeah, coming into this game, Middle Tennessee averaged about 2 sacks per contest. That was good enough for 8th in Conference USA, but they have 6 here tonight. And as we said, it's a young, inexperienced offensive line for Southern Miss. But Middle Tennessee is just giving them more than they can handle here in the first half.
Definitely. They're giving up a lot of yards, but they're making the bang plays, the big plays, the sacks, the forced fumbles, the fumble recoveries, returning them for touchdowns. So they're definitely playing well in that aspect.
1 timeout left, 41 seconds. Here in the second quarter, Lang to throw. Blitz picked up, taking a deep shot, and he just missed DeMarcus Jones, who had a step on Jalen Jackson, just couldn't identify the ball. And now it's 3rd down.
Lane definitely had a shot right there. Receiver got behind MTSU defensive back, but was unable to put the ball on the spot.
Third and 17, 35 seconds left. And nowhere to go for Dejon Richard. Middle Tennessee sniffed that play out. And it is 4th down as the clock continues to tick. Lang will stay on the field.
And that's a great job by DQ Thomas, continuing to go up the record charts for the Blue Raider program with tackle for losses. Great job by DQ Thomas on that play.
So with 2 seconds left in the half, Southern Miss will burn their final timeout. There was time left on the play clock.
I can't fault Coach Hall on this one, though. As long as there's time left on the game clock, there is still a play to be made. Maybe a Hail Mary right here, or some type of organized play, lateral play to try to be able to extend the play and hopefully score.
And for Coach Hall, every opportunity for him to have his kids learn something new, to get better, that kind of brick by brick, play by play mentality. He's going to take that opportunity. They're 1-6. They're looking for their first conference win of the season. They're looking for their first win against an FBS team this season. So why not?
And definitely, I think it sends a message to your team like, hey, coach is not giving up on us. He's being aggressive despite the play clock, despite the scoreboard. He's definitely still trying to attack and score.
So 4th and 21, laying to throw. Here comes the pressure, and he's going to be sacked again. That's 7 first-half sacks. And guess who got there? Jordan Ferguson. And a host of other Blue Raiders.
Most definitely. Coach Schaefer sent the house, and I like the mentality. It's like, hey, you want to call timeout? I'll send the house on you. And they got home right there.
Middle Tennessee leads at halftime 21-7. Trying to get back to 500.
They're nice but irritating. Their excitement can get grating. They're dressed for pastry baking. The Progressive Family. They're helpful but annoying. They always leave us snoring. Accidents are boring with the Progressive Family.
So, when do you all go home?
Never. We're here for you 24/7.
How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. The Addams Family 2, now playing everywhere.
Today's pros need today's tools, and nobody understands that better than the Home Depot. Our online project calculators cut guesswork and extra trips. Job site delivery frees you up to focus on the task at hand. And if you don't want to buy equipment, you can rent it. That's how today's pros get more done. New tech, new tools, old-fashioned hard work. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
With Verizon, there's up to 7 entertainment subscriptions with your unlimited plan. That's 7 times the...
That's 7 times the entertainment because everyone deserves better.
And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture. We've got to have each other's backs. CeraVe, developed with dermatologists.
Dad, I'm working.
What's the matter? You can't talk to your dad and work at the same time, huh? Is your new laptop not powerful enough?
Oh, it's powerful.
How about now? Huh? How about this?
Still good.
Breaking up. Break. Hey, you taking a break? I was just leaving you a message.
Want a laptop that has it all? That's Intel Evo.
Ideas are nothing until we make them real. Even the best ideas take passion, perseverance, and determination. Everything we've ever done is nothing compared to what we imagine for the future. Harness the power of dreams.
It's Walmart's Black Friday deals for days. Get $87 Chromebooks and score other huge deals all week long. Shop Walmart's Black Friday deals for days.
Can we preserve our only home while still enjoying that thrill of being human?
Welcome back to Floyd Stadium, where Middle Tennessee has a 21-7 lead at halftime over the visiting Golden Eagles of Southern Mississippi. It is homecoming week here in Murfreesboro, and we are honoring some distinct alumni from the university, and none more popular than the voice of the Blue Raiders, Mr. Chip Walters.
Toe meets Levin. Lightning strikes again. No good! No good! Middle Tennessee wins the Conference USA Championship. Put a nickel in the jukebox. Play the Tennessee Waltz. We are going dancing.
That is the voice of the Blue Raiders, Chip Walters. The university is honoring Chip with a Distinguished Alumni Award. We have a few friends who would like to say congratulations.
Chip, I'd just like to congratulate you on what a fantastic honor being a Distinguished Alumni Award winner. I can't thank you enough for everything you do, not only for me, but for this university and for the football program. You're first class in everything you do. You're top notch, and I love you and I appreciate you.
Congratulations, Chip, on your Distinguished Alumni Award. Very well deserved. You were part of Blue Raider athletics and Blue Raider history. Very proud of you. So happy to have spent the time with you and worked with you, and very proud to call you one of my good friends.
Chip Boots Stanley, congratulations, boy, on being named the Distinguished Alumni at Middle Tennessee State University. You deserve it, boy. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Chip. Really appreciate everything that you do for this community and for this university and our basketball program. I can't think of someone more deserving than this terrific honor. Special places are made by special people, and you are one of those people, Chip. Thank you for all that you do. Congratulations.
Chip, you are a Blue Raider through and through. Take a bow. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition.
The Snapshot app from Progressive rewards you for driving safe and driving less.
Okay, what message did you hear this time? Safe drivers can save using Snapshot.
What's Snapshot?
What the commercial was about.
I tune commercials out.
Yeah, me too. They're always like, blah, blah, blah.
Tell me about it. I'm going to a silent retreat next weekend.
My niece got kicked out of one of those.
For talking?
Grand larceny.
How about we get back to the savings?
Yeah. Yes, I would like to talk about that.
Okay.
Today's pros need today's tools, and nobody understands that better than the Home Depot. Our online project calculators cut guesswork and extra trips. Job site delivery frees you up to focus on the task at hand. And if you don't want to buy equipment, you can rent it. That's how today's pros get more done. New tech, new tools, old-fashioned hard work. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Television. It clogs and clutters up the mind. It makes a child so dull and blind. They sit and stare and sit until they're hypnotized by it. In almost every house we've been, we've watched them gaping at the screen. That nauseating, foul, repulsive screen. Television. They wonder what they've never seen.
In that ridiculous machine.
Today we're in Carolina Beach, making a Twisted Tea drop. We're surprising real Twisted Tea fans who love the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Get your own Twisted Tea drop. Keep it twisted.
On November 5th,
Eternals assemble.
Hell yes. Critics agree. Marvel Studios' Eternals is epic, stunning, unlike anything you've seen before.
Impressive, right?
Marvel Studios' Eternals, rated PG-13.
During Walmart's Black Friday deals for days, there's all the best deals. Score Wednesday online or Friday in store. More chances to win this season? That's Walmart's Black Friday deals for days.
Hey, Cover Girls. Coming to you fresh-faced from home. Remember that? I was a Cover Girl in 1998, and today I'm a Cover Girl. Thanks to Simply Ageless, America's #1 anti-aging foundation. With the plumping power of hyaluronic acid complex. It's skincare and makeup in one for instant wrinkle reduction and healthy glowing skin. Once a Cover Girl, always a Cover Girl. With Simply Ageless. From easy, breezy, beautiful, Cover Girl.
Can we preserve our only home while still enjoying that thrill of being human?
Welcome inside the booth, inside Floyd Stadium. I'm Jake Rose. That's Jeremy Kellum. 21-7 halftime lead for Middle Tennessee. And Jeremy, Middle Tennessee's defense is putting a lot of pressure on this Southern Miss offense. 7 sacks in the first half. Jordan Ferguson, 2.5 by himself, but they're doing what they do. Bend, don't break. Forcing turnovers. 3 first-half turnovers.
Definitely. They came into the game 20th turnovers, first in the nation. And so they've been getting pressure all night long, forcing turnovers, doing an amazing job, not only getting home to the quarterback, but strip sacking and then fumble recovery, scoop and score, doing a little tootsie roll at the end by Jordan Ferguson. But big game today thus far for the Blue Raiders in this first half.
Blue Raiders have forced 3 turnovers in the first half. They scored 13 of their 21 first half points off of those turnovers. Interceptions, forced fumbles, strip sacks, doing a little bit of everything. More second half action, coming up after this on ESPN Plus.
The airport can be a real challenge for new homeowners who have become their parents.
Okay, everybody, let's do a ticket check. Paper tickets. We're off to a horrible start.
But we can overcome it.
We're not going to point out our houses, landmarks, or major highways during takeoff.
Don't buy anything. I packed so many delicious snacks. They're...
Nope.
You say ballpark when group 2 is going to get boarded?
2 hours and 58 minutes.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle
No,
with us.
someone should have left home earlier.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
I'm Alfonso, and there's more to me than HIV. There's my career, my cause, my choir. I'm a work in progress. So much goes into who I am. HIV medicine is one part of it.
Dovato is for some adults who are starting HIV-1 treatment or replacing their current HIV-1 regimen. With just 2 medicines in 1 pill, Dovato is as effective as a 3-drug regimen to help you reach and stay undetectable. Research shows people who take HIV treatment as prescribed and get to and stay undetectable can no longer transmit HIV through sex. Don't take Dovato if you're allergic to its ingredients or if you take dofetilide. Taking Dovato with dofetilide can cause serious or life-threatening side effects. Hepatitis B can become harder to treat while on Dovato. Don't stop Dovato without talking to your doctor, as your hepatitis B may worsen or become life-threatening. Serious or life-threatening side effects can occur, including allergic reactions, lactic acid buildup, and liver problems. If you have a rash and other symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop Dovato and get medical help right away. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, or if you are, may be, or plan to be pregnant. Dovato may harm your unborn baby. Use effective birth control while on Dovato. Do not breastfeed while taking Dovato. Most common side effects are headache, nausea, diarrhea, trouble sleeping, tiredness, and anxiety.
So much goes into who I am and hope to be. Ask your doctor if treating HIV with Dovato is right for you.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I know I can be challenging, but I'm deeper than what you see. I'm craving something we're missing, the ceramides in CeraVe. CeraVe contains 3 essential ceramides to restore the ones we've lost and help repair my natural barrier, so I can lock in moisture and keep us protected. We're in this together, so we've got to have each other's backs and fronts.
CeraVe, developed with dermatologists.
What a time to be alive!
Welcome back to Floyd Stadium. Middle Tennessee on top 21-7 over the visiting Golden Eagles of Southern Miss. And there's a look at our first half stats. And Jeremy, Middle Tennessee hasn't really put up a ton of yards on offense, just 93 total yards of offense, yet they still lead 21-7. And the big reason why, those 7 sacks right there at the bottom of that right-hand column.
Yes, those sacks are like knockout punches. It's like looking at a boxing card. You could be looking at one boxer who's landing more punches, landing more jabs, but then you have the knockout powder of Deontay Wilder, where you can just, it's an equalizer. It doesn't matter if I'm losing on a scorecard. Those turnovers and sacks will allow you to be leading the game right now at 21-7.
Deontay Wilder, I think you mean Tyson Fury.
Not Deontay Wilder, not against Tyson Fury, but you know the knockout power though. It was a good fight, though. Good fight. I ordered it.
Those 7 sacks also resulted in 2 forced fumbles and an interception. As we take a look at what is going on around Conference USA in the standings department, this is a big game for Middle Tennessee. Coming in this game 1-2, but if they run the table the rest of the way, they are bowl eligible. Meanwhile, Southern Miss looking to get their first conference win of the season. As we take a look at what is going on around Conference USA today, I know Western Kentucky and Charlotte are going at it Middle will play Western Kentucky next week in the 100 miles of hate. Western Kentucky on top 21-3 over Charlotte. Those same 49ers that knocked off Middle Tennessee earlier in the season. So a lot of big games going on today in the conference.
And to be honest, I think MTSU controls their destiny, especially if Charlotte takes a loss today.
That's right. As we take a look at our keys to the second half.
But definitely, I think coming into this second half, the key for MTSU's defense is they have to limit the run. Frank Gore Jr. is averaging 6 or 7 yards per carry. That is not a recipe for winning. And then definitely keep the pressure on Lane. As far as Southern Miss offense, they are running the ball well. They're doing very good offensive line-wise, but the offensive line has to do better in pass protection. Lang is a young quarterback, and he can't afford to continue to get hit on his 5-step drop.
Yeah, that offensive line for Southern Miss. Pass protection, not so great. Running the ball, they're dominating. Middle Tennessee has allowed 100 yards of rushing offense in the first half to this Southern Miss offense. 21-7, Middle Tennessee on top. Second half coming up next on ESPN+.
The airport can be a real challenge for new homeowners who have become their parents.
Okay, everybody, let's do a ticket check. Paper tickets. We're off to a horrible start,
But we can overcome it.
We're not going to point out our houses, landmarks, or major highways during takeoff.
Don't buy anything. I packed so many delicious snacks. They're
Nope.
You say ballpark when Group 2 is going to get boarded?
2 hours and 58 minutes.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
someone should have left home earlier.
America! After the past year-ish, everyone deserves something new. So, AT&T is giving everyone our best deals on every iPhone, including the iPhone 13 Pro with its amazing camera. Like everyone that worked from home, learned a new hobby, or welcomed a new family member.
They're all out of dogs, so...
Our deals are for everyone.
It's not complicated. AT&T is giving new and existing customers our best deals on every iPhone, including the epic iPhone 13 Pro on us.
Raw power is an iron fist. Ram power puts it in a velvet glove. Raw power lifts with its legs. Ram power also lifts with its brains. Raw power gets it done. Ram power does what's never been done before by anyone. Discover Ram Power during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get $4,050 in total values or 0% financing for 72 months on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Overwhelmed by the ups and downs of frequent mood swings of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. And you can pay as little as $0 if eligible for your first 2 prescriptions. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Can we preserve our only home while still enjoying that thrill of being human?
I've always wanted to do this.
What are you doing?
We should probably get out of here.
Ghostbusters Afterlife, rated PG-13.
Moments away from second half kickoff here at Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro. Middle Tennessee on top, 21-7. There's a look at Mike DiLello. Took over for Chase Cunningham, who went down in the first quarter. Non-contact injury, was later carted back to the locker room. DQ Thomas moving back to that weak side linebacker spot from middle linebacker, and Jake Lang, the freshman walk-on quarterback, doing some damage here today for Southern Miss's offense, making it his third career start, and Hayes Maples, the linebacker for Southern Miss as well. And Jeremy, you were part of this game going all the way back to 2009, the very first time that these two teams met in the New Orleans Bowl. What was that experience like?
Man, it was an amazing experience being in New Orleans for up to like 5 days. Family got to come down, fans, and then, you know, to be able to win and to win MTSU's first ever bowl game in school history, that's definitely an honor that I hold on to. Great time.
It's the fourth time these two teams have squared off. Middle undefeated, 3-0 so far in the series. The last time that they met was actually on this field 7 years ago. Middle Tennessee won 37-31 despite 19 fourth quarter points from Southern Miss. Hard to believe that it's been 7 years since these two conference rivals have met, not just at Floyd Stadium, but in general. There's a live look at the beer garden here behind the end zone here at Floyd Stadium. Good to have folks back in the ballpark after a rough year last year, and good to kind of be back. It's homecoming this weekend here in Murfreesboro. Middle's been on the road for 5 of their last 7. And Scott Payne is out to kick off after he was banged up a little bit in the first half. Cam Harrell might have lost it. Did Middle Tennessee come up with another turnover? Official says he is down.
It's definitely good to see Scott Payne back out there. You'd like to see your kicker make a play, but not get roughed up though. So definitely good to see him back out there.
So if you're defensive coordinator, Scott Schaefer, bringing pressure certainly worked in that first half. 7 sacks for that Middle Tennessee defense. First 2 quarters. Are you just bringing it all night?
I think going into halftime, want to make some adjustments. See if we can stop the run without pressure. You want to establish an identity, especially moving forward. We just talked about it. MTSU wins out. They have a shot.
Number 89, 5-yard penalty, first down.
They have a shot at winning their division, and I think the only way you do that is by being able to stop the run. Sending pressure kind of exposes you on the back end, but if they can't get it done with the front 7, then yes, they will send that extra pressure.
11th penalty against Southern Miss, as you just saw Mike Hall over there on the Southern Miss sideline in his first season, rebuilding this Southern Miss program, trying to get it back to prominence after a couple of rough seasons. And met at the line of scrimmage and dropped is Frank Gore.
And talking about Mike Hall and Southern Miss, there's adversity, and then there's adversity on what Southern Miss is going through. Will Hall with their 7, going on their 6th quarterback. So it's a lot of adversity that they're experiencing, that they're going through. So definitely putting up a good fight in this game thus far.
Raekwon Hartley, backup linebacker who made the hit on Gore. As here comes the blitz, laying in the pocket, looking for his fullback, Cavallo, and Blankenship is there to make the stop, and they're actually going to say an incomplete pass. Cavallo is slow to get up, and it's 3rd down. But as you said, it has been a quarterback roller coaster for this Southern Miss squad. Trey Lowe was the original starter for this team. He started the first 2 games, was injured in the second game of the season against Grambling. Then Ty Keys took over against Grambling, then started the next couple of games. Then he was injured in the first series against Rice, so Jake Lang steps in against Rice. Started the next 2 games, and then he was banged up a little bit last week against UAB, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, as Southern Miss is coming off a bye week. So Chandler Pittman, converted running back, kind of a do-it-all player, plays a little wide receiver as well. He comes in against UAB. He tears his ACL. He's out for the rest of the year. So then T. Webb, who's the backup today for Jake Lang, took over for Pittman. And then a couple of plays in there, Jack Walker, who has a busted hand and can't throw, he's gone in there to play running quarterback. every now and again. So Southern Miss has used 6 different quarterbacks this season, and it's just kind of one thing after another for Will Hall in his first year. But he is always optimistic and upbeat and always positive and always trying to build his team up and lift his team up. And, he doesn't let them sulk. He doesn't let them worry about the record. It's always about building the program, building on getting better little by little. That's why we're seeing so many young faces for this Southern Miss squad in this ball game today. He's trying to build a program long term.
For sure, and we know in life is not what happens to you, it's how you respond. And so Coach Hall going through a lot of adversity is really showing his players about life, teaching them about life, that, hey, we don't quit, we just keep going and finding a way to try to be successful.
3rd and 15 for Lang, clean pocket, finds Brownlee underneath, takes a pop, takes a couple, and Hartley laid him out, and Will Hall on the sideline is beside himself looking for a flag as Brownlee absolutely got smoked.
And you ask coming into this drive, what would Coach Schaefer do? And on that drive, dropping back several times in zone, Southern Miss trying to run crossing routes, but the zone is a recipe stopper for crossing routes, and as you can see right there on that big hit.
Hunt out to punt again. Blue Raiders coming for it. They've already gotten one. And Lane calls for a fair catch. And Middle Tennessee will start on their 32-yard line when we come back. 13:22 to go in the third.
They're nice but irritating. Their excitement can get grating. They're dressed for pastry baking. The Progressive Family. They're helpful but annoying. They always leave us snoring. Accidents are boring with the Progressive Family.
So, when do you all go home?
Never. We're here for you 24/7.
How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. The Addams Family 2, now playing everywhere.
With Verizon, there's up to 7 entertainment subscriptions with your unlimited plan. That's 7 times the... That's 7 times the entertainment, because everyone deserves better. And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
My new normal? Fewer asthma attacks with Nucala, a once-monthly add-on injection for severe eosinophilic asthma. Nucala reduces eosinophils, a key cause of severe asthma.
Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop steroids unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. May cause headache, injection site reactions, back pain, and fatigue. Ask your doctor about Nucala.
Find your new normal with Nucala.
And the win goes to Acura. Back-to-back wins for Acura.
This kind of domination
What a performance.
is on the verge of a dynasty.
Acura wins Daytona. What's next for these guys?
Audible is the best place to listen for truly memorable memoirs, from trailblazers and artists to your favorite celebrities, powerful queer voices to inspirational icons. All their stories are here. Try it today, free for 30 days. Go to audible.com.
Mike DiLello and company take over for their first drive of the second half on their own 33-yard line. Middle on top, 21-7. Only one offensive touchdown. And the block, punt, return for a touchdown. Strip sack, fumble. Return for a touchdown by the defense. And the Mike DiLello 6-yard touchdown run. That's the only offensive touchdown for Middle Tennessee this afternoon, but it's been enough. And another flag. This one's going against Middle.
Offense, number 62, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And that is not how you want to start the drive coming out of halftime if you're Coach Dillman. Looking at Southern Miss's defense, they're playing very good. Coach Armstrong has to be proud of his defense. Despite the turnovers by the offense, they're still keeping the team in the game.
Martell Petaway in the backfield. As DeLello changes up the play at the line of scrimmage. For what? Looks left. Stays left, and he's going to be wrapped up and dropped. First sack tonight. Second sack tonight, excuse me, for the Golden Eagles.
And it looks like Todd Sykes came up with a great play right there. It's like DeLello was stuck on this receiver to his left and was not able to have time to make a throw.
Yeah, it looked like Todd Sykes was in there on the stop, his first sack, and DeLello up the middle. So much room to run into Eagle territory, and he flipped the field on the quarterback draw, finally dragged down by Jay Stanley and Eric Scott, but a huge run from DeLello.
Great job by DeLello right there, being able to read the DN. DN crashes, you keep the ball, and you take it down the field like that.
Now Petaway around the left side, nothing doing after the pickup of 43 yards for DeLello. That's certainly the biggest run of his Blue Raider career.
And DeLello ran that zone read very well. It's taught when the DN crashes on the running back, you keep it. And he did a great job right there.
And Middle Tennessee's actually kind of simplified their offense a little bit the last few weeks in terms of the running game, kind of just running different styles of similar plays. You know, the zone read, the counter play, as DeLello will keep it himself again, and this time he's wrapped up before he could do too much damage.
And like you said, they simplified their offense. Coach Dearman in the UConn game simplified it for MTSU's offense, which has been very effective. One thing I do like about Coach Dearman is that he's running the simplified plays, but just in so many different formations. So they may look the same, but they come out of different formations, which has proven to be very effective for MTSU.
Avery Hobbs with a nice tackle, and it's now third down. DeLello looking for the end zone. He just overthrows Jalen Lane. And it'll be fourth down and 9. And it looks like Zeke Rankin will come out for the field goal attempt.
And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Jalen slowed down initially and then tried to speed back up. Maybe if you just ran full speed the whole time, they might have a completion right there.
Isn't that about a 49-yard attempt for Rankin? 4 for 5 this year. His only miss came last week against UConn from 42. Just hooked it to the left. And that's a big stop for this Southern Miss defense. And we're going to take a break with 11:21 to go in the third. Middle on top by 14.
Get ready. It's time for the savings event of the year, the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon.
And this Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon, there's no telling what we might bundle.
Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Bundle cars, trucks, colonials, bungalows, and that weird hut your uncle lives in. So strike up the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon band for the deal that started forever ago and will probably never end. Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Say it with me.
Home and Auto Bundle.
No one's leaving till you say it right.
Home and Auto.
Today's pros need today's tools, and nobody understands that better than the Home Depot. Our online project calculators cut guesswork and extra trips. Job site delivery frees you up to focus on the task at hand. And if you don't want to buy equipment, you can rent it. That's how today's pros get more done. New tech, new tools, old-fashioned hard work. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Overwhelmed by the ups and downs of frequent mood swings of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. And you can pay as little as $0 if eligible for your first 2 prescriptions. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
It's homecoming weekend here in Murfreesboro. Homecoming court, king and queen announced earlier today at halftime. Had the parade, tailgate, all that stuff. Jeremy, you were here for homecoming. What's your best homecoming day memory?
Had to be my senior year. I caught an interception off the back of my teammate. So that was a great memory.
Nice. My junior year of high school, I went to another high school's homecoming, and my date won homecoming queen. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
That's all I got.
My wife, she actually was on the homecoming court that year and got first runner up. So that was a big accomplishment.
Frank Gore on the carry, picks up a handful on first down. Jeremy, you and I were talking during the break as Gore is actually slow to get up, and that's not good news as he is grabbing that left knee. Redshirt freshman from Miami, Florida, obviously the son of the great Frank Gore. And as we get another look, and hard to tell from that angle, but definitely grabbing that left knee as he was on the ground. That would be a huge loss if he is not able to return to this one for Southern Mississippi. But back to what I was saying, you and I were talking during the break about obviously the penalties and the turnovers are really killing Southern Miss, but kind of pound for pound, swing for swing, tackle for tackle, athletic plays on the field, they're right with Middle Tennessee, if not playing better.
Yes, I think obviously we look at the scoreboard, they might be down, but just looking at the football game, they are playing potentially better than MTSU right now. They're outgaining them as far as the yards. It's just, unfortunate turnovers by them that have them behind on the scoreboard. But they are not playing as bad as it may look or it looks on the scoreboard right now.
Lang and DeMarcus Jones not on the same page, and it's another third down for Southern Miss. They are 4 of 11 on third down here tonight. Middle showing pressure. Now they back out. 3-man rush. Lang, clean pocket, checks down as a receiver, and he's going to be short of the first down. Stopped about the 40-yard line. Trey Fluellen was there.
And once again, we're seeing a different approach from Coach Schaefer, running more zone right now, keeping everything in front of them. And right now, they were able to get a stop right there, set up a 4th and short, which looks like Southern Miss is going to go for it.
Marcus Jones' second catch. 4th down and 2. Tight package for Southern Miss with the fullback in. Handoff right side. And fighting for it is Dejon Richard. And that wasn't just a second effort, that was a third effort to pick up the first down. A huge first down for Southern Miss.
Definitely. Southern Miss needed that first down right there. Rashad kept his feet moving, took the contact, but kept going. Similar to Derrick Henry down the street.
At least 3 Blue Raiders made contact with him. And Richard, who's 5'11", 206, showing them how they run the ball in Patterson, Louisiana. Another handoff, he jump cuts and lost his edge. That'll be a loss of 1. As it looks like Frank Gore still hobbling over on that sideline. Jumped up off the trainer's table.
You don't want 2nd and longs for a young quarterback like Lane. You want 2nd and short, 2nd and 5 type of downs.
Here comes the blitz. Picked up. Lang steps up, puts his arm into it. Brownlee went up to make the catch over Patterson, but he was out of bounds.
And I know that play was incomplete, but doesn't it look like Lane has much more pocket presence in this second half as the game goes, continuing to get better?
Yeah, we said that at the end of the second quarter, stepping up in the pocket, having a better feel for what was going on. But that's, we talked about it in the pregame. That's kind of his thing between the ears. He's sharp. He may not have the strongest arm, but he's accurate. He knows the throws to make, and that's what Will Hall and this coaching staff love about him, is that he is the one putting in the work in the film room, and that has earned him a lot of respect in that Southern Miss locker room. Not bad for a walk-on. And Will Hall wants a timeout to talk it over as the play clock was running down on 3rd and 11. Yeah, Jake Lang is a great story, and just the more we researched it this week, it's kind of hard to root against him. And as we said, a freshman walk-on, took over the starting job a few weeks ago when Ty Keys was hurt on that first series against Rice. He came in and threw for 304 yards, did have 3 touchdowns, but he had 3 interceptions, but he had a touchdown. I mean, that's not bad for a kid that didn't get any D1 offers, thought he might play D2 or D3 ball, and then thought, no, I'm going to show to myself and to everybody else that I can play Division I football somewhere. Got a walk-on spot at Southern Miss, and his number was called. At the beginning of the year, he wasn't even traveling with the team on the practice squad.
I definitely think it shows you his mental makeup, being able to be mentally tough, coming in as a walk-on. I know it's not easy being a college walk-on, but being mentally tough and being mentally prepared, being ready. So when he did get the opportunity, he's able to have success going into the game and now in his 3rd start.
3rd and 11. Stepping up, looking over the field for Brownlee. He's got him in stride. A dart from Lang to Brownlee.
And I think they heard us out there, man. Lane, once again, with the pocket presence. Brownlee has been balling all night long. Once again, another route crossing the defensive back face that has been key for Southern Miss and their receivers tonight. Having a lot of success with that.
34 yards to Brownlee as Jason Brownlee, 8 catches, 105 yards. Looking for a shot in the end zone, and he throws it out of bounds on the replay. Brownlee, 105 yards tonight, kind of nursing an ankle injury a little bit all season long. And he's actually tied a career high for 8 catches, a mark that he set against Rice a few weeks ago. And this is his 5th 100-yard game in his career. Second and 10. Lang has got to get rid of it. Checks down. He has his tight end, Gunther, as pressure coming from that Middle Tennessee front again.
And good job by Lang, because it takes a lot of confidence for a quarterback to run play action, knowing that they're letting the backside DN free on purpose so they can slide a back or slide a tight end out to the flat. So a great job from Lane right there, being able to stay in the pocket and complete that.
It's Richard Kinley putting the pressure on Lang, and it's another 3rd down for Southern Miss as Lang is hobbling just a little bit as he heads over to that Southern Miss sideline. And we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a hot second. 7:57 to go. You know what? Forget about it. We're just going to hang out here for a minute. You never know with live TV, man. Sometimes you're going to break. Sometimes you're hanging out. It's just the way it is in college football.
Most definitely.
So as I was doing my homework on our new friend Jake Lang here, and everybody at home, I'm sure Southern Miss fans know, but Middle Tennessee fans may not know, like wondering why some quarterback's wearing 24. Who does he think he is, Doug Flutie? Well, he kind of had to wear number 24 because when he came on campus last year, there were like 8 or 9 quarterbacks on the roster, and there weren't any quarterback numbers available. No single digits, no numbers in the teens. So he's like, I guess I'll just take 24. And he's like, Kobe Bryant wore 24. He's like, that can't be all that bad. I wore 24 in high school basketball, so like me and Jake got a lot in common.
And you got the name in common.
I mean,
right?
yeah.
It's a Jake thing, maybe.
It's a Jake thing.
Okay.
He's a little taller and probably more athletic, but whatever. 3rd and 6. Lang taking a shot. Nobody home in the end zone. Miscommunication with Brad Dennis, and it's going to be 4th down, and here comes Briggs Bourgeois, my favorite name in college football so far this year.
They have some great names on Southern Miss roster. But it sets up a key field goal. It feels like this game is out of hand, but it's really not. If they convert right here, 21-10, if they make this right here.
38-yard attempt for Bourgeois. Nailed it. And some more after-game skirmish, or after-play skirmish. But now we're going to take a break. 21-10, Middle Tennessee on top.
The Snapshot app from Progressive rewards you for driving safe and driving less.
Okay, what message did you hear this time? Safe drivers can save using Snapshot.
What's Snapshot?
What the commercial was about.
I tune commercials out.
Yeah, me too. They're always like, blah, blah, blah.
Tell me about it. I'm going to a silent retreat next weekend.
My niece got kicked out of one of those.
For talking?
Grand larceny.
How about we get back to the savings?
Yeah. Yes, I would like to talk about that.
Okay.
Overwhelmed by the ups and downs of frequent mood swings of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. And you can pay as little as $0 if eligible for your first 2 prescriptions. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Audible is the best place to listen for truly memorable memoirs, from trailblazers and artists to your favorite celebrities, powerful queer voices to inspirational icons. All their stories are here. Try it today, free for 30 days. Go to audible.com.
Ideas are nothing until we make them real. Honda, the power of dreams.
Eleven plays, 48 yards, 3 minutes, 35 seconds taken off the clock. 38-yard field goal attempt from Briggs Bourgeois. Makes this a 21-10 game with 7:46 to go here in the third quarter. Alongside Jeremy Kellum, I'm Jake Rose. Thanks for tuning in this evening on ESPN Plus. Always fun to watch a little Conference USA football. Kick fielded at the goal line from Jalen Lane, and he'll take it back out to the 20-yard line. And that's where Middle Tennessee will take over.
I think this is a big drive right here for MTSU. Though you're looking at the scoreboard, it's 21-10, but offensively, MTSU has struggled all night. And so Southern Miss have a little momentum on their side. If they can get a big stop here and force a turnover, they're right back in the thick of things.
Yeah, Middle Tennessee's offense has only scored 10 points tonight. And they've only put up 134 yards of total offense. DeLello will keep it on the read and fall forward across the 25 to the 26. Pickup of 6. Marking back to the 25.
You see with DeLello, they're adding more runs for the quarterback. With Chase, they were kind of trying to do more running with the running backs, a little bit more QB runs.
Receiver in motion. It's Ali. He'll catch it out of the backfield. Slips out of one tackle. Good enough for a first down. Just the 8th first down tonight for Middle Tennessee as Josh Carr Jr. Great stop.
It was a great job by Ali being able to make the first man miss to pick up the first down.
First down run for Mobley, got one block, and then nowhere else to go, picked up maybe two. And this Southern Miss defense, we talked about it in the first quarter, has kept them in a lot of ball games. They've been pretty stout this year. You take away that one tough game against Alabama, which it's Alabama. Those things happen.
Yeah.
They've been pretty stout this season.
And regardless of opponent, they do have a shutout on the year, and that's very difficult to do. So they have talent on this Southern Miss defense.
DeLello in the pocket takes a shot as he throws, has a man in stride. Jaron Pierce with a fingertip catch.
And Jaron Pierce has some soft hands. If you just see how he plucked the ball out of the air on that throw from Mike DeLello on there. Great connection right there. Great toss, great catch by Jaron Pierce.
And Southern Miss will take a timeout with 6:10 left. And that was a beautiful throw from Mike DeLello, finding Jaron Pierce in stride. And Pierce, just an absolutely beautiful catch. Good enough for 40 yards. Just the third catch on the evening for Jaron.
And with that third catch, I know coming to the game, he needed 3 catches to move up to 6th place in school history. So right there on that particular play, he was able to move up into that 6th position with most catches in school history. So great job by Jaron Pierce.
Yep, third season here at Middle Tennessee for Pierce. After transferring from the College of the Canyons in California, spent a couple of seasons there. And he has been a dynamic playmaker for this Middle Tennessee offense and what has been a really deep receiving crew this year for Rick Stockstill. Pettaway back in the backfield, and he's going to be swallowed up. This time it's Michael Pless wearing the 0 number from Tallahassee, Florida.
And speaking of just the deep receiving core, I remember Chase Cunningham threw for 5 TDs one game this year and had 5 different receivers to catch a touchdown. So very deep. Multiple players that are able to go out there, get space, and catch the ball and make plays.
Yeah, and that game was actually the first game that he's ever started. Jimmy Marshall on the check down. Escapes one tackler and is finally brought down at the 15-yard line, but should be good enough for a Blue Raider first down. Malik Shorts, one of the better defensive backs in the conference. I called his name a lot tonight, in on the stop.
And I want to highlight Yusuf Ali. I don't know if we got the replay. We can see that pancake that he's out there blocking. So not getting the ball, but he's still blocking.
DeLello on the keep inside the 10, finds a seam touchdown. Second rushing touchdown tonight for Mike DeLello.
And great job by Mike DeLello following his receivers who are blocking down the field. Wide receiver coach Brent Stockstill has the receivers blocking down the field. So even though they might not be getting the ball on a particular play, they are still making plays happen for their quarterback by blocking down the field right there.
7 plays, 81 yards before the score. That's the best drive of the game for Middle Tennessee. 14-yard touchdown run for DeLello as Rankin is out for the point after and pushes it through and makes this an 18-point game again. And so now we're about to find out a little bit more about this Southern Miss offense, this very young Southern Miss offense. But a great response from Middle Tennessee. We talked about it earlier. We didn't think that they were playing as sharply as they probably thought they should have coming into this game against a 1-6 team. But a beautiful drive there.
Definitely, and we said that MTSU offense had to answer, and that's what they did. Driving down the field, making big plays, and then coming up with the great touchdown run by Mike right there. So they definitely did answer, and that's signs of a good team. Being able to face adversity and being able to bounce back and go down and make a statement on your own.
A big 40-yard play. Pass play from DeLello to Jaron Pierce, setting up that Blue Raider touchdown. 28 points, but just the second offensive touchdown for Middle Tennessee tonight. Cam Harrell from his goal line is going to be popped at the 20. A couple of Blue Raiders in on the stop.
And that seemed like a sandwich hit right there, but great coverage by MTSU. Simultaneous tackle right there by two Blue Raiders get the job done on kickoff coverage.
Looked like James Shellman and Raquan Hartley again. As Frank Gore is back in the lineup for Southern Miss. Good to see after he hobbled off in the last Southern Miss drop. Eagles trail by 18, 28-10. Lang to throw, steps up, and a nice pass, and guess who? Jason Brownlee yet again. And that's the 9th catch for Brownlee, and that's a new career high for Brownlee.
And I know the score may not dictate it, but if I'm Coach Schaefer, I might want to go on a bracket coverage on Brownlee right now. He's the only one that's been effective against them, so why not double team and lock everybody else up in man coverage?
It was Teldrick Ross earlier in the day that was guarding Brownlee, but now they've put Quincy Riley on him as Geronte Davis coming from that linebacker spot to make a big hit.
And I love how Geronte Davis is bringing the Russell Westbrook, rocking the baby, even on the football field, making plays and then rocking the baby after the play.
What was your go-to celebration?
You know, I really didn't have one, man.
No?
Do a nice little scream, a little yell, but you know, maybe do the Soldier Boy.
Okay.
Maybe do the Soldier Boy. Tell him my age, right?
That's right. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Lang stepping up again, checking down. And that's the fullback Cavallo being brought down by DQ Thomas. And another third down upcoming for Southern Miss.
And DQ Thomas and the MTSU linebackers have been all over those crossing routes. Coach Sariki, the linebackers coach for MTSU, is doing an amazing job with their linebackers all season long and showing up tonight, how they're playing in coverage and coming up and tackling.
And the Miss picking up yet again here at Floyd Stadium. Here comes the blitz. Lang stepping up in the pocket, looking over the middle just behind DeMarcus Jones into that zone defense.
And once again, Geronte Davis, he's in coverage. He's reading the quarterback's shoulders. Young players out there, don't read the quarterback's eyes, read their shoulders. They cannot throw without their shoulders. And the shoulders led Geronte Davis to getting that pass breakup right there.
Another punt upcoming for Mason Hunt. Fourth punt tonight for Hunt. Rugby style kick. As Lane will call for the fair catch at the 30-yard line. Short punt. And Middle will take over at the 30 with 3:06 to go here in the third. And an 18-point lead as the wind has really started to pick up here at Floyd Stadium. And there's a flag down on the field.
And right now, MTSU came up with a statement on offense, was able to back that up with a great stop by the defense. And now so Coach Dierman and the MTSU offense is looking to see if they can extend this lead.
Personal foul number 59 on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's going against the long snapper, Justin Hewlett. So that'll move Middle Tennessee up to their own 45-yard line. We've mentioned it's gotten pretty chippy. It's been chippy from the jump pretty much. A lot of pushing and shoving and some personal foul calls throughout the ball game. End around. Jalen Lane, Mike DeLello lead blocking, and Lane found a lane for a first down. Not sure about DeLello blocking, being the lead blocker, especially after losing their starting quarterback in the first quarter. But it's good enough for a Blue Raider first down.
And talking about being elusive and being able to make and have sweet feet, Jalen Lane made a move in a phone booth right there to be able to go and get that first down. Great job by him.
13th first down for Middle Tennessee on the pickup of 11 by Lane. DeLello on the keeper, and he's going to be upended after about a yard and a half. Eric Kitchen on the stop.
And though that game right there was pretty much either one or no yards, it causes the defense to want to creep up. Next thing you know, they run an RPO play action, and then you get a big pass down the field like we've seen in the last drive with Jaron Pierce.
Give him no gain on that one, 2nd and 10. Three wide to the top of the screen. Bella looks that way, checks back to the right, looking for Jimmy Marshall. Just missed him about the 15-yard line. Left that ball in the air just a little bit too high, but Marshall did have a step on Jace Stanley. Jimmy Marshall moving from wide receiver to kind of a hybrid tight end role, kind of helping out a little bit more with blocking with the RPOs and whatnot. That's really kind of opened up this Middle Tennessee offense the last couple of weeks. Like as we said, it's been a more simplistic offense, but it's been a much more well executed offense for Middle.
Yes.
3rd and 10. Screen pass, pet away. Makes a man miss and will be hit and dropped inside the 40. It'll be about 4th and 5, 4th and 6 coming up for Middle. I cut you off.
No, you're all right. Just speaking of Marshall, it makes your offense that much more explosive when you can get a body type, someone that's a receiver body type, has the wiggle of a receiver, and you move him to tight end where he'll be covered by linebackers and safeties. That creates mismatches. Think about Kelsey Hicks.
4th and 5. Offense is on the field for Middle. And they could just be working the clock here a little bit. Nope, there's the snap. Here it comes. Here comes the pressure. DeLello able to get rid of it and off the fingertips of Pierce. And the other receiver couldn't pull it in.
First down for Southern Miss.
That's C.J. Wyndham.
And then that might have been one of the greatest plays never completed right there. Just some great individual efforts by Mike to be able to get the throw off. And even the defensive back never giving up and being able to come back with the pass breakup at the end.
Yeah, TQ Newsome, the backup middle linebacker, was able to get to DeLello, just couldn't bring him down. Natron Brooks in on the coverage. There's Newsome. You're right, DeLello just kept on fighting, and Wyndham just couldn't hang on. Laying to throw on first down. Flushed. Looking downfield and throws it away.
And once again, Coach Schaefer is choosing to not blitz as much, dropping back in coverage, which is allowing them to play the deeper routes very well over these last few drives.
2nd down and 10. 38 seconds left in the quarter. Gunter, the tight end, in motion. Laying off his back foot, overthrows, and it's intercepted. DQ Thomas taking it the other way. Pick 6.
Great job by DQ Thomas being able to capitalize on the overthrow, not only catching the interception, but then taking it to the crib. Great job by DQ Thomas.
2nd interception this season for the senior from Oxford, Mississippi, and I'm not sure Lang actually knew where he was throwing the ball. Turned his head at the last second before he overthrew the receiver and right into the belly of DQ Thomas. And pick 6 for the senior.
And I love how now college players, they're giving the balls and throwing them in the stands. And, different budget here in college than NFL. But, hey, I love it, though. Letting the fans have the ball. Looks like he threw the ball to the family. Great job by DQ Thomas right there.
Second defensive touchdown for Middle Tennessee tonight. And they are in cruise control as we are seconds away from the fourth quarter, 35-10. With 26 seconds left in the third quarter. So Middle Tennessee special teams scores a touchdown. Their defense scores 2. Southern Miss has 10 points total.
And, yeah, I don't care how great your team is. If you are giving up not only throwing turnovers or fumbling the ball, but allowing them to score off of them, it's going to be very hard to come up with a W. And great job by MTSU. Coming up with turnovers, like coming into this game, leading the nation in turnovers and still making sure that at the end of this game, they're at the top. Was this your era right here, swag surfing?
No, I wasn't much of a swag surfing kind of guy. I was more of a rich boy, throw some D's.
Okay.
First 3 albums of Kanye.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, give me College Dropout any day of the week.
I can rock that one.
Burrell stumbles at the 5, brought down at the 15-yard line. This time it's Wayne Parks on the special teams making the play.
Great job by Wayne Parks. And MTSU's coverage teams have been great. When we talk about 3 phases in the game, MTSU embodies that. Coach Stock preaches that, and we're seeing it come to fruition tonight.
21 seconds left here in the third as rain's starting to come down even heavier now. It's a real thick mist. Pass over the middle as T. Webb, the backup quarterback, making just his 6th pass of the season. Good enough for a first down. T. Webb, the Louisville transfer, got a little run a couple of weeks ago against UAB. The 6th quarterback this season to see some time for Southern Miss, as that's going to be the last play of the quarter, as there is move Southern Miss up 15 yards when we get back. Fourth quarter coming up from Murfreesboro.
The airport can be a real challenge for new homeowners who have become their parents.
Okay, everybody, let's do a ticket check. Paper tickets. We're off to a horrible start.
But we can overcome it.
We're not going to point out our houses, landmarks, or major highways during takeoff.
Don't buy anything. I packed so many delicious snacks. They're...
Nope.
You say ballpark when Group 2 is going to get boarded?
2 hours and 58 minutes.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with
No,
us.
someone should have left home earlier.
Today's pros need today's tools, and nobody understands that better than the Home Depot. Our online project calculators cut guesswork and extra trips. Job site delivery frees you up to focus on the task at hand. And if you don't want to buy equipment, you can rent it. That's how today's pros get more done. New tech, new tools, old-fashioned hard work. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Jenna has HS. Her symptoms were painful
and embarrassing. But that didn't stop her. She made the move and asked her dermatologist about Humira, the first and only FDA-approved treatment for moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa. In about 12 weeks, half her wounds were gone, and there was less odor and leakage. Humira has been prescribed to over 30,000 HS patients.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis, and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Make your move and ask about Humira. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
And the win goes to Accurate.
What a performance! What's next for these guys?
Crisis can happen unexpectedly to anyone, and though it may seem like a small barrier, a simple lock puts space between the thought and the trigger. Learn how securing your guns can help prevent suicide.
Welcome back to Murfreesboro. Apologies for the technical difficulties. A couple of untimed downs after back-to-back roughing the quarterback calls go against Middle Tennessee. The first went against Wayne Parks, the second against Zaylen Wood. That moved Southern Miss up 30 yards to the Middle Tennessee 42-yard line. It's now second down and 10. And if you've just joined us, T. Webb, the freshman from Carterville, Georgia, transfer from Louisville, is now taking over for Jake Lang, who got the start today for Southern Miss. And if you're just joining us, that's Jeremy Kellum. I'm Jake Rose. It's been a cold, gray, rainy October Saturday here at homecoming at Floyd Stadium, the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. Middle looking for their fourth straight win against Southern Miss in the series. Only 4 games in the series. And looking to get back to 500 as Southern Miss is looking to pick up their first conference win of the season. And Jeremy, the first 2.5 quarters, I'll say, the score didn't necessarily look even. The 21-10 sacks got in the way for Southern Miss. Penalties, obviously a problem. But both teams were going punch for punch, really. In a lot of ways, Southern Miss was kind of outplaying Middle Tennessee, but Middle Tennessee really turning it on in the last half of the third quarter.
Yes, like we talked about during the game, is Southern Miss looked like the better team, despite the record not being better. If you looked at the statistics, they were outscoring them, outgaining them. The defense was playing better as far as statistics-wise, but MTSU, the equalizer, the sacks, the turnovers is what has MTSU up. And now their offense is getting going, and then they just got the pick 6 by DQ. So that's why the score looks like the way it looks, but it wasn't like that the whole game, like you said.
Yeah, Jason Brownlee got things started off with a 13-yard touchdown catch from Jake Lang in the first quarter. Mike DeLello then came in later in the first quarter for an injured Chase Cunningham, who was later carted back to the Middle Tennessee locker room after a non-contact injury. And then an 18-yard punt return off a block by Trey Llewellyn gave Middle Tennessee a 14-7 lead. And then Jordan Branch, a 29-yard fumble recovery on a strip sack. Second down and 10. Richard is met at the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a couple as Thomas and Ferguson were in on the stop. Then later in the third, Mike DeLello with his second rushing touchdown on the night. And then DQ Thomas late in the third with a 43-yard pick 6. So Middle Tennessee 21 points coming off touchdowns, one from a pick 6, from a fumble recovery, and from a block punt. T. Webb on 3rd and 8. Quick throw near side, one-handed catch by Richard, close to a first down as Quincy Riley was there to meet him.
was a great catch by Rashard. I mean, most days you see players with gloves on. I understand the rain, but being able to do a one-hand snag in this weather, great job by him.
7th catch on the season for Richard, who's seen a little bit more playing time here in the second half after Frank Gore Jr. walked off the field with a bit of an injury, as it's now 4th and 1. Old school I formation.
The 22 personnel, 2 backs, 2 tight ends.
And Richard is not going to get there. The Blue Raiders collapse that right side of the line. Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Jordan Ferguson on that right side doing a little bit of damage as well, and it's a turnover on downs for the Eagles.
And it's no surprise the all-time leading tackler here for MTSU, Reed Blankenship, comes up with a big play on 4th down, doing what he do. On that play right there, coming up with a great 4th down stop.
That's right, Reed Blankenship, the all-time leading tackler in Middle Tennessee history, came into this game with 373. It's good enough to be 3rd among active players as that ball is on the turf. Bad exchange between DeLello and Peasant, and lucky that DeLello was able to hop on it. But give 8 more tackles to Reed Blankenship.
Yeah, I think what Reed is doing is amazing. You know, I looked up how many games he played. Coming to today, it was going to be his 50th game. So to be able to have 373 and counting and not having played 50 games is an amazing feat.
DeLello going to keep it himself and ridden out of bounds by Jay Stanley. And yeah, and to your point, you think back to 2019 when Blankenship was banged up for most of the year. And then last year, he said he didn't feel 100% just because of kind of lingering injury from the year before and not being able to get enough treatment from it because of COVID restrictions and not being able to see a lot of practice time. So this is the first time that he came into a season feeling 100% in a couple of years.
And it's showing. He's making great plays, has 5 total turnovers on the season.
Ball almost dropped on the end around. And now it is out. Southern Miss says they have it. They do. That was Jamichael Thompson, the freshman from Birmingham, Alabama, who couldn't hang on to it. Lost it initially on the exchange, and then Latham, who's had himself a ball game, finally jarred it loose.
And one thing we could say about Southern Miss's defense, they've been fighting and clawing all night long, still making plays despite the scoreboard. A lot of the points put on the scoreboard has not been against them, but still out here making plays. And if MTSU, Coach Stock, I know he has to be frustrated because you have to finish the game. You have to. They're playing for some big things coming down these last couple of weeks of the season, and that's not going to get it done for the Blue Raiders.
Low snap to Webb. Sidesteps one tackler, taking a shot to the end zone, looking for Brownlee, and Riley is there on the coverage. And yeah, say what you want. Obviously, Southern Miss is struggling this year, just 1-6. But these kids keep fighting for Coach Hall because they absolutely believe in this rebuilding process that him and this coaching staff are trying to establish. They've done it before at other smaller schools, and they're bringing that same mentality to this Southern Miss program that they could use a little bit of, a shot of life a little bit.
For sure. And one thing I think that Coach Hall is really teaching his players is like he's really teaching them about life. I believe football is a microcosm of life, and he's showing them, hey, in life, in this season, we've been dealt with a lot of adversity or we're going through adversity, but we still have to find a way to still be productive. Have to find a way to try to go out here and still get wins, just like in life. When you're faced with adversity, you can't just quit. You got to wake up and try to get it done the next day. And that's what I think he's really instilling and teaching his team this year.
D. Baker, the redshirt freshman, now in at running back for Southern Miss. 5-yard loss on the carry. Read play. Webb stepping up, and he's going to overshoot his intended target in Brad Dennis, but more late flags coming in.
Ineligible man downfield on the offense, number 51. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
That's what I kind of figured because he kept, scrolling, running around and patting the ball. And in the offensive lineman's head, he's like, hey, it's been 4 or 5 seconds. It's got to be out of his hands. So they start heading downfield.
So 4th and 15 on the Blue Raider 27. T. Webb in at quarterback. Play clock under 10. Looking deep, looking for the end zone, looking for Brownlee. It's picked off by Quincy Riley, the 4th interception on the season for Riley. Takes it all the way back to the 30-yard line, and Riley, his 4th interception on the season, leads Conference USA, one of the best in the country, and that one was served up on a tee for him as Middle Tennessee is in business with 10:59 to go here in the 4th.
They're nice but irritating. Their excitement can get grating. They're dressed for pastry baking. The Progressive Family. They're helpful but annoying. They always leave us snoring. Accidents are boring with the Progressive Family.
So, when do you all go home?
Never. We're here for you 24/7.
How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. The Addams Family 2, now playing everywhere.
Better shouldn't have to cost more. At Verizon, plans start at just $35.
And if you're not a customer, we'll help cover the cost to switch. Just ask Wanda. She's been with us since now.
Everyone gets $1,000 when they join.
Because everyone deserves better.
Fuel your grind with Gatorade's proven formula. And the right blend of electrolytes to help you on your journey to greatness.
Today's pros need today's tools, and nobody understands that better than the Home Depot. Our online project calculators cut guesswork and extra trips. Job site delivery frees you up to focus on the task at hand. And if you don't want to buy equipment, you can rent it. That's how today's pros get more done. New tech, new tools, old-fashioned hard work. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Can we preserve our only home while still enjoying that thrill of being human?
Quincy Riley with his conference-leading 4th interception, and none probably easier than this one right here off of T. Webb, backup quarterback for Southern Miss.
And Quincy Riley, 4 games, 4 interceptions. He's making them pay. He's not counting the games. He's making the games count right now. Great job by him. 4 interceptions on the season.
Mike DeLello back in, running the show for the Middle Tennessee offense. And off to Petaway. He's met at the line of scrimmage. And a nice stop by Eric Kitchen, the senior from Batesville, Mississippi.
That's a great job by Kitchen right there, being able to fill the gap and stand the running back straight up and drive. Looked like a tackling drill. Great job by him. And Batesville, Mississippi, man, that's where my wife's family's from, man. Have some nice, amazing people down there, man. Good fishing as well.
DeLello checks with the sideline. 5 seconds on the play clock. Petaway, right side. Not a lot doing this time either.
I think Coach Dearman and Coach Stockett are content with just going ahead and maybe just being conservative here the rest of the game, throwing when they need to, but other than that, keeping the ball on the ground, keeping the clock running.
Middle with a 25-point advantage. Under 10 minutes to go in this one, 3rd and 9. And we talked about it before this game during the open, really. Middle is under 500 right now, 3-4. But with a probable win here today and a favorable rest of the schedule, there's a pretty good chance that Middle Tennessee is going to be bowl eligible at the end of this season. It'll be the first time since 2018 as Everett Cunningham in on the stop. Of course, big rivalry game next week as they take on Western Kentucky in Bowling Green next weekend. Always a fun game to take in, to cover.
Yeah, I think MTSU probably should be favored the rest of that schedule, except maybe for the WKU and FAU game. And so
short punt, but a favorable roll for Ulbrich. And another punt inside the 20-yard line for Kyle Ulbrich. Make that number 18. And we're going to take a little break. 8.5 to go in this one. Middle on top, cruising by 25.
Get ready. It's time for the savings event of the year, the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon.
And this Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon, there's no telling what we might bundle.
Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Bundle cars, trucks, colonials, bungalows, and that weird hut your uncle lives in. So strike up the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon band for the deal that started forever ago and will probably never end. Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Say it with me.
Home and Auto Bundle.
No one's leaving till you say it right.
Home and Auto.
Well, it's got to be the Totino's Pizza Rolls, Mike. That's right. Hot, poppable, simply unstoppable. Oh! Can he? Will he? It's Totino's or game over. Buy Totino's to get bonus My Team in-game content.
Hey, Cover Girls. Coming to you fresh-faced from home. Remember that? I was a Cover Girl in 1998, and today I'm a Cover Girl. Thanks to Simply Ageless, America's #1 anti-aging foundation. With the plumping power of hyaluronic acid complex. It's skincare and makeup in one for instant wrinkle reduction and healthy glowing skin. Once a Cover Girl, always a Cover Girl with Simply Ageless. From easy, breezy, beautiful, Cover Girl.
My new normal? Fewer asthma attacks with Nucala, a once-monthly add-on injection for severe eosinophilic asthma. Nucala reduces eosinophils, a key cause of severe asthma.
Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop steroids unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. May cause headache, injection site reactions, back pain, and fatigue. Ask your doctor about Nucala.
Find your new normal with Nucala.
New Dove Men Plant-Based Body Wash is different. With plant-based cleansers and moisturizers for healthy and hydrated men's skin. Relax your body and mind. Shower with New Dove Men.
Eight and a half to go in this one. Middle up comfortably, 25-10. As Jake Smithhart will be the new quarterback for Southern Miss, and this is a pretty amazing story. Jake Smithhart added to the roster last week, brought out of retirement, so to say, played a little bit of junior college ball, but was a student coach on this Southern Miss roster.
Gotta love that story, right?
But with all the injuries that have happened to this quarterback depth chart for Southern Miss, they needed a third-string quarterback. So Coach Will Hall said, Jake, we need you, buddy. So Jake Smithhart getting a little run here tonight. His first snaps playing Division I FBS football. Good night for the Jakes tonight.
Man, great night for the Jakes. And I wonder what was his mentality like. Was he ever hoping to, hey, I'll go be a student coach, but maybe one day I can get on the team and actually go play, man. And if that's so, man, it was a very strategic move because now here he is playing in the game as a quarterback right now.
I mean, the kid can sling it a little bit. He played high school football in Mississippi, helped lead his team, Pearl High School, to a undefeated record. Bobbles that snap. Stays on his feet. But won a state title a few years ago. Richard Kinley was the one pressuring him. But I think desperate times call for desperate measures. And kind of funny, Coach Hall was like, yeah, we pretty much had to claim him off waivers. So good for Jake Smithhart.
Yeah, man. Great night for the Jakes. It's Jakes to the third power tonight, man.
That's right.
Fed the Jake energy here.
Another punt for Mason Hunt. This one is a high kick, and Jalen Lane calls for a fair catch at the 32-yard line. 7:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Thanks for staying with us tonight on ESPN+.
They're nice but irritating. Their excitement can get grating. They're dressed for pastry baking. The Progressive Family. They're helpful but annoying. They always leave us snoring. Accidents are boring with the Progressive Family.
So, when do you all go home?
Never. We're here for you 24/7.
How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. The Addams Family 2, now playing everywhere.
Jenna has HS. Her symptoms were painful and embarrassing. But that didn't stop her. She made the move and asked her dermatologist about Humira, the first and only FDA-approved treatment for moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa. In about 12 weeks, half her wounds were gone, and there was less odor and leakage. Humira has been prescribed to over 30,000 HS patients.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis, and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Make your move and ask about Humira. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
And the win goes to Acura. Back-to-back wins for Acura.
This kind of domination
What a performance.
is on the verge of a dynasty.
Acura wins Daytona. What's next for these guys?
In at quarterback for the Blue Raiders, Nick Vadiato, 6'1" freshman from Plantation, Florida. Getting some run tonight. A lot of different quarterbacks being used tonight. Each team going through three. Chase Cunningham got the start for middle. That was hurt in the first quarter. That brought on Mike DeLello. And now with the game seemingly in hand, they bring in Vatiato. And who knows? We're not sure about the long-term health implications of what's going on with Chase Cunningham. Didn't look great. So who's to say what could happen if who could start next week for Middle Tennessee, whether it's DeLello or Vatiato or what the situation is. And then obviously three quarterbacks tonight as well for Southern Miss.
Yeah, hopefully keeping your fingers crossed for Chase that it's not as bad as it looked. We have a non-contact injury, but Mike did come in, make some great plays on the ground, made some nice throws. So I think those are definitely confidence builders going into next week's matchup against WKU.
First career appearance for Vadiato. And there's his first career completion. As Marquel Tinsley, freshman from Morganfield, Kentucky, makes the catch. Hayes Maples in on the stop. Hometown kid from Hattiesburg.
And I think it's good for your younger players when you get in games like this where you might have a big lead, if you're MTSU, to be able to get your younger players or more inexperienced players more reps, live reps against another team's #1 defense.
First down and 10. Hand off left side, and Pisa with the truck stick.
You took me back to Madden right there with the truck stick, the analog stick up right there.
That's right.
You don't remember Game Day?
I don't. Oh, come on.
Game Day.
Game breaker, you mean?
No, I used to have to have the Game Day.
Oh, the game.
Yeah.
The game breaker mode. Yep.
Yep. You used to press the R1.
That's right.
When the Broncos were good.
See, do you remember NCAA game breaker by chance?
Yes, I do.
That was my introduction into college football video. That
Wow.
was fun. Keith Jackson was the play-by-play broadcaster.
Okay, then.
Oh man, whoa, Nelly.
Is that kind of spark your interest in broadcasting then?
A little bit, you could say. Sure, why not? Playing with Ricky Williams in those 1998 Texas teams.
Yeah, man. Pull inspiration from anywhere, man.
Yeah, you never know. Third down and short coming up for Middle Tennessee. We get an official's timeout. Looks like they are making Tyler Falvey, offensive lineman, check out of the game. So 25-point lead as the clock continues to dwindle down. For this one, a win will give Middle Tennessee win number 4. They will jump back to 500. As Southern Miss will fall to 1-7 as Peason up the middle. Jump cut makes another man miss and is brought down finally at the 30-yard line. Latavius Daniel making the stop. Some more chippiness going on at the end of the play, and looks like Daniel is shaken up after the tackle.
That was a great jump cut right there. Timeout right here.
Thought we were going to get an injury timeout, but Daniel was able to get off the field. Middle was looking for the injury timeout, not going to get it. Be first and 10 as clock now runs. (35-10). The late evening as the rain has let up a little bit. On and off kind of throughout the night. As Peason up the middle makes one man miss, dragging a tackler inside the 10-yard line.
But once again, another great move by him, being able to make a great cut, make players from Southern Miss miss, and being able to get a great gain right there.
So with those last 4 runs just on this drive, Frank Peason has 25 yards. That already makes him the leading rusher amongst the running backs for Middle Tennessee tonight. Kind of been the same old story for the last few years for Middle, where the quarterback is leading the charge in the ground game for Middle. Mike DeLello tonight, 77 yards on the ground, 78 through the air. Pitch hits to about the 5-yard line. Jermichael Thompson.
And I know Coach Dearman wants to establish that running game with a traditional running back. Yes, have the quarterback run sprinkled in, but getting the running backs going, just like last week against UConn. And so this week, not as effective, getting the results that you want on the scoreboard, but knowing down the road, going against the WKU, FAU, they're going to need a running game by the running backs.
Especially if you're not sure what your quarterback situation is going to be going forward. Second down and 6 from the 6. Some might call that second and goal from the 6. Variato keeps it and is dropped at about the 3-yard line. Looking for pay dirt in his first appearance as Avery Hobbs spoiled it.
Definitely think Variato definitely could smell that pay dirt right there. He almost got in, made a nice little spin move, get him back to the 2-yard line.
$1:20 remaining. Middle milking the clock for every little bit that is left. Variato with 5 on the play clock. To piece it, he's stuffed and nowhere to go. And that'll bring up 4th down. Nice stop by that front line from Southern Miss. Still fighting. Still no give up in this Southern Miss defense. And as we said, that's a real testament to this team believing in this rebuild for this Golden Eagles program that before 2023 we'll be heading off to the Sun Belt.
Definitely, Coach Hall is establishing and building a foundation. The foundation of anything doesn't look pretty all the time, and it doesn't feel good a lot of the time. But you're building that foundation here. You see the fight in Southern Miss, refusing to give up a touchdown here.
And that'll do it. That was our last play of the game. Middle Tennessee will pick up win number 4. Actually, that was not the last play of the game because it is a turnover. The clock stops. I got excited. And we're going to take a quick break with 8 seconds left in the ballgame.
The airport can be a real challenge for new homeowners who have become their parents. Okay, everybody, let's do a ticket check. Paper tickets. We're off to a horrible start, but we can overcome it. We're not going to point out our houses, landmarks, or major highways during takeoff.
Don't buy anything. I packed so many delicious snacks. They're...
Nope.
You say ballpark when group 2 is going to get boarded?
2 hours and 58 minutes.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Someone should have left home earlier.
They're out there. Words yet to be written. Stories yet to be told. But here's the thing with ideas. To find them, you have to move. That's why we're building a new generation of electrified vehicles, all designed to inspire something in you.
Hard work? Sure. Guesswork? No thank you. Because when you're on a mission, you want to get it right the first time. That's where the Home Depot comes in, with an app to rent and reserve the right tools with just a tap. With convenient image search options, and with the ability to see how something looks in your space before you.
Welcome back to Floyd Stadium for the final 8 seconds of this one. Had one more media timeout we had to squeeze in there. Middle Tennessee cruising to their 4th win on the season in what has been a sloppy, penalty-infested game. Tons of turnovers, tons of sacks, as Southern Miss will just take a knee on their own end. And that'll wrap this one up from Murfreesboro. Middle Tennessee gets their 4th win of the year. They get back to 500, 4-4, while Southern Miss drops to 1-7, 0-4 in conference play. Still looking for that first win, not only against Conference USA opponents, but also against an FCS or FBS squad this year. Chase Cunningham hurt in the first quarter for Middle Tennessee. Mike DeLello came in, did a pretty nice job, went 8 of 12, 78 yards, had 2 rushing touchdowns, 11 attempts, 77 yards. Jake Lang with his 3rd career start for Southern Miss, the walk-on freshman, went 16 of 34, 166 yards, touchdown, couple of picks. Got really beat up tonight, not really his fault. 7 sacks tonight for that Middle Tennessee front line, and they totally set the tone for this entire game.
Definitely the defensive line for the Blue Raiders set the tone, getting pressure all night long, getting home to Lane, but not just getting home, but getting forced fumbles and picking them up, scooping them up, running them back for touchdowns, man. They played great all night.
Jason Brownlee with a career night for Southern Miss, 9 catches, 120 yards. So for Jeremy Kellum, I'm Jake Rose saying so long from Floyd Stadium, where the final score tonight is Middle Tennessee 35, Southern Miss 10. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN from Murfreesboro. So long, everybody.